Hi, everyone. Looks like something got delivered. I don't know what it was. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I just had, literally went live and then I had a package delivered, so I just ran out and got that. But hi, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well on this Monday. My name is Melody. I'm a clairvoyant. You can see, feel, and hear spirit. And today we are doing free readings at this time. Hi, Jojo. Good morning to you. If you are interested in a free reading, go ahead and put your name and the topic matter in the comment section below. You may be receiving a free reading here. All right, Steph wants to know, Kathy, thank you for the follow, if they will hear from Jeremy. Spirit, what does Steph need to know about hearing from Jeremy? Spirit, what does Steph need to know about hearing from Jeremy today about an opportunity? Safa, right away. Thank you so much, Safa. I got you, my love. Hey, hey, hey. Good morning. Let's finish up this freebie, and then we'll go ahead and step right into yours. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. We have the King of Pentacles. So this could be a work opportunity, a money opportunity that you may be hearing from. But the King of Pentacles is the richest king. He's the most abundant king. He's the most stable king. He's slow moving, though. Out of all the kings, he's the slowest. Yes, it's a work opportunity. So there's something coming in here that's seemingly good right now. But let's see what the other two cards we pull are going to say. Interesting. Listen, I don't think you should trust them, okay? Even though it's a work opportunity, there's something here that's a liar, cheater, thief, and something going to be ending that's starting a whole new beginning for you because you're going to learn everything you need to learn. You see the Magician's wand right there? So there's something here that is a liar, cheater, thief, something that's going to be ending. So I would not really trust this opportunity. I'd really step into it if you do decide to go with it with like really eyes wide open, making sure that this is a legitimate opportunity and not somebody who's just coming in here to steal your information or take from you or use you, abuse you, and hang you out to dry for the job opportunity. So definitely check into something, but something's ending with this as well. So I do hope that helps. I hope that gives you clarity. I hope it gives you insight. I would just be very cautious about this. Okay. If you end up doing it, just be very cautious. You're very welcome, Steph. And if you like more information, it is a $15 donation. Linktree link. I should not say that word. You know where to find to send in that donation. We actually got 2 donations in right away from Safa. Safa, thank you so much, who is on, we're learning sign language right now. This is the letter Y. This is the letter T. So if you catch my drift, that's where Safa is, and that's where we record. And you can always get your readings anytime you like and watch them anytime you like right from there. Rashana, hey girl, hey, we got you as well. So we're going to do one big reading, says Safa. She spent $30 for a 10-minute reading. So what we're going to do, Liz, you can ask specific questions, but make sure it's a $15 donation. We started the donations already this morning. Good morning, Aaliyah. Hi, Marilyn. Thank you for the heartbeat. What's the topic, though, Safa? And just so you know, the timer, I'm not going to switch it from 5 to 10. We're just going to do one beep beep. Know that that's just the first beep beep. And then the second beep beeps are going to be when we are concluded with your reading. Thank you for sharing the live, Marilyn. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you for liking the live. I saw Judy. Hey, Judy. Hey, liking the live. I see Marilyn liking the live. Thank you guys so much. Bianca, it's a $15 donation. I'd be happy to read that about Chris for you. Go ahead and send in that donation. We're just waiting on Safa to let us know what the topic of the reading is. Or maybe they already put it. Let's see. Sometimes we put it in the comment section of where we donate. Nope, just says tarot. Okay, I'm subbed. I met a guy who was very interesting and fun. I thought we had a good connection. Then he blocked me. Why? And will he come back? All right, let's see what's going on here. Well, Bianca, this is my whole career. So if you need a few days or a few weeks or a few months to gain that $15, I'm going to be here whenever you're ready for that. All right. So Safa, your timestamp is going to be 7 minutes. I'm just going to take a moment here, take some cleansing breaths. As soon as I hear something, feel something, or see something, that is when I am going to start the timer here. And again, the second beep beeps are when we're going to conclude the 10 minutes. Hi, Yeller. Thank you so much for liking the live. Hi, Riley. Welcome in. It sort of gives me a headache. For Safa. Spirit, what does Safa need to know about this connection she had with this guy? Spirit, what does Safa need to know about the connection she's had with this guy? Spirit, what does Safa need to know about the connection she's had with this guy? Safa, immediately, I just feel annoyed. I feel frustrated. I feel like I have a little bit of a headache. It's not a migraine. It's just maybe a stress headache. But it's just, I just want to roll my eyes and just be like, whatever, fuck you. That's really how I want to feel about it. If you want to block me, if you want to ghost me, fuck you. If you don't see my worth, you don't see my value, fuck you. I don't need you. I'm frustrated that he would just do that. Right. But that's somebody who's clearly saying they don't see your worth or see your value. You don't need a psychic for that. So it's very clear. If somebody ghosts you, they're not recognizing what you bring to the table. Will he come back? I don't think so. And if he does, it's going to be out of the woodwork, and you'll be like, okay, buddy, you fumbled this baddie, motherfucker. I don't know what to tell you. But that's what it feels like. It just feels like this person sucks. This person, Cynthia, thank you so much, it's just not, rejection is protection in this. It's not worth your time or effort or energy to try to get his attention or hope that he comes back. Does it hurt? Yeah, of course it hurts. It's rejection. Rejection sucks. It feels like a him problem, not a me problem. 100%, Safa. I'm telling you, it's not you. Look at, he literally ran away. He was just here and he left. It makes me feel like the way that your energy feels to me is was I used? That's I'm questioning everything about the interaction. Was I used? Is this okay? Cynthia, I got you after Roshana, but just so you know, I did get you. But it's just I just want to, it makes me so irritated. You put a lot of effort and you didn't receive a hell of a lot back. This is actually for your betterment, okay? This is really something that's going to be good for you in the long run, all right? Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. Anyone who's new here, Spirit makes me burp, just so you know. 7 of Pentacles, like I showed you before. The 7 of Pentacles is you put a lot of work and effort into it. You took the time. You took the love. You took the... you took all the energy you had and you really put it into this potted plants here. And her arm is closed off. Her body language is closed off. She's like, I don't really want this. This isn't what I'm really looking for. This wasn't what I expected. I thought I was going to get more out of this. But now it's put a fork in her. She's done, right? Put a fork in her. She's done. The 10 of Swords is here. The 10 of Swords is the card of saying, yeah, shit went down and now I feel down and out. But it's always darkest right before the dawn. And what comes with the dawn? A new day. a new day. The sun is what is peeking out here. This is why we have this vibrant pink color. This vibrancy is everything, okay? Because that is like breathing new life into you from this interaction of somebody, hi Milky, who didn't really see your worth or see your value, use you, abuse you, hung you out to dry, that type of thing. It really was sudden, out of nowhere. Like a sudden change, sudden upheaval. It's done for, like, from what I'm seeing it here, it's done. Hi Ruth. It's not really working out. It's not meant to work out. The two characters are like literally jumping to their unalivement. So this is something that is not going to bring back anything. Even if they come back, they have nothing to give. Like they come back empty handed. They have nothing to give you. Because the tower is here again, sudden change, sudden upheaval. But the beautiful thing about the tower, and there's beauty in every one of these cards, like the sun coming out, and then we have the ability to rebuild our foundation the way we want. But honestly, this feels like a distraction out of my way. That's what it feels like to me. It feels like I don't have a distraction here, and it feels good. It feels like I don't need to worry about this person. I have to keep my eyes on the prize. I'm just going to go forth and focus on me and rebuild my foundation the way that I want it to be. Now, remember how I was telling you with the 10 of Swords, it's always darkest right before the dawn of a new day. What brings the dawn? The literal sun. So, girl, you are fine. Like, you're fine without this person. You're going to be better, vibrant, spotlight on you, vitality, strength, growth, innocence. Like, you're gaining a lot of insight as well from this. Like, this is the most positive card you can have in the deck. And it came right after the tower. So right after this sudden change and sudden upheaval, and you start to rebuild the life that you want to have and the life that you want to live, then hell yeah, dude. Then hell yeah. So I just know that this is going to work out for you in the long run. We have the 10 of Cups as well. The 10 of Cups is the card of happily ever after. Happily ever motherfucking after. So this is all going to be better for you that this person removed themselves from your life. They closed the door so you didn't have to. Rejection is protection without doubt. All right. So we have a lot going on here that is going to be very beneficial. That's going to allow you to really grow in the right direction and really live the life of your dreams because you are rebuilding your foundation, because this motherfucker poked you and made you feel down and out, made you feel gross and toxic. And then we have that phone there too. You know, all phone interactions blocked and things like that. It's not worth your time or energy. But let's pull some more cards here as well. And I forgot you are a subscriber. So we are going to add 2 more minutes when this timer goes off. GD Wag, thank you for the follow. The 8 of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. The 8 of Wands is something coming out of the blue, unexpected. So this person, and I don't think it's this person, honestly. I don't think they're going to come back. And if they do, they're going to come back empty-handed. That's how they feel to me. But this makes me feel like opportunity is coming. That's what the 8 of Wands makes me feel like. Opportunities. 8s are opportunities. Their money, their success. So things coming, putting you in complete alignment. This whole situation is putting you in complete alignment about what you are doing, what you want to do, where you're going to be heading, where you're going. This person is not going to stagnate you on your path because you have a path that you're ready for. You have a path that you want to go forth and really take charge. You have this opportunity to do so. The 6 of Pentacles is here. The 6 of Pentacles is the card of, you know, a karmic gift. I know it doesn't feel like a karmic gift that this person just up and left, but it is, because now it's allowing you to really manifest your dreams. Remember, this is in complete alignment. There is no crossover. There is no overlap. They are completely parallel to one another. All right. So this is going to be good for you to get you out of distraction. I mean, it was nice, I'm sure, to have somebody to talk to, interested in, like somebody you thought might have the same goals as you. But clearly they don't, you know, clearly they don't have the same goals as you, or what you were thinking you wanted, or how you wanted to be perceived. But this is going to end up giving you what you need to even use this as art. Use this as like maybe storytelling. Like I'm like gonna get myself back up after this, but I thought he was a good guy, but clearly he isn't. I mean, I don't know about good guy or bad guy, but coward for sure. Weak for sure. Just by ghosting you, just by not telling you the truth of like how they were feeling and what they wanted and what they were looking for. Yeah, I would say coward for sure. Bad guy, I don't see bad guy really. I see, yeah, he put you through it. Yeah, he gave you, bullshit, but I would just say coward more than anything. But this perspective shift is going to make you have this wonderful transition. This transition is taking you from really rocky waters into clear, crystalline waters to new land aho. All right. So you're going to new destinations, new land, because you're seeing things in a new light. You're seeing things for exactly how they are and not sugarcoating it, not making it seem more than what it is. Like this is like you're seeing things without rose colored glasses, right? We're adding the 2 more minutes in here because I owe you those 2 minutes anyways, because you're a subscriber. So we're going to pull some more cards on it, but you are just fine. This is going to be something that you can take with you and really use it in your art form. Like, how are you feeling right now? Put that in your back pocket for later, right? Because you're acting. And when you're acting, you have to make sure that you know these feelings, to be honest, to convey it honestly. So this is just a stepping stone in a skill set that you're developing. And I know that for sure. All right. The Four of Wands is the commitment card. We're making commitment. We're making our commitment to what it is that we are rebuilding, right? With this tower moment, what we are rebuilding, what we are doing. Where is the tower moment? Here is it. There it is. She goes, I agree. So remember, just journal how this is feeling. Sit with the feelings that you're feeling, because every feeling that you feel is going to put you further on honest acting and really being in the moment and really like tapping into these things that really did hurt your heart and make it so it reminds you of how strong you really are also, but also reminds you of like how to act like that because you've already felt like that. And we have the 9 of Cups, the wish fulfillment card. Your wishes, as I know, because you're a regular here, have always been about completing acting and getting your creative field going and making sure that you get your short film in and making sure that you are on the road to like going out and really making it big with your creative field. 9 of Cups is what you've been wishing. Your wishes, your manifestations. So the people that are coming into your life are actually giving you opportunities to be a human being, which is first and foremost what you need to be when you're an actor. You need to know the human experience, and that human experience is going to separate you from everyone else who is also competing for the same thing. But with the 9 of Cups, the genie in a bottle energy, your wishes coming true, your wishes coming to manifestation. So you got this. You got this. I am going to pull one more card here. New beginning. And what you're passionate about, what drives you. Transformation is in this card, and you're transitioning because we have the 6 of Swords, which is in really rocky waters, going outer rocky waters into clean waters, clear water, and into new land aho. And this is something that's going to raise you up, because wands are fire. Warm rises, right? So this is something that's going to bring in new opportunities for you. So I would take this in stride, take this emotion, feel these emotions, and use them in your art, because I think it's going to benefit it. All right, Safa, I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. She said, thank you so much, Melody. You're very welcome, my love. I really appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for submitting that donation in. She sent in 2 donations. That's why she got a 12-minute reading. She gets 6-minute readings every time she donates 15, because she is a subscriber here on TikTok. All right, we are moving on to Rashana, and then it's Cynthia. But I'm so glad I could give you help here today, or clarity, or insight. I really appreciate it so much. Hey, Steffi, what's up, girl? Thanks for being here. Rashana said, what is the energy around me sending? Hold on. I feel like I need. Oh, Laura, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. What is the energy around me sending Nick the message yesterday? I don't know if I understand your question, but it sounds like, if I'm understanding it correctly, you want to know what is the energy surrounding you and this potential with Nick? Hi, Sylvia. Welcome in. I think that's what you're trying to say. Maybe it's a love reading with Nick. Could be a friendship reading. Like, what does he feel about it? Okay, what does he feel about your energy or the message? Medina, it's a $15 donation to get on the list, darling. The message. Okay, let's see what's going on. Your timestamp's going to be 22 minutes. 22 minutes if you ever want to rewatch this reading. I record them all on, oh, let's do some sign language. This is the letter Y, and this is the letter T. Catch my drift. All right. Spirit, this is for our friend Rashawn. Oh, wait, I want to do some more cleansing breaths. I feel like I was going a little fast. Let's try again. I don't know if you have a sinus issue going on, but I feel my sinuses, like they're being very pointed out to me. This is for our friend Rashana. Spirit, what does Rach need to know about how Nick feels about the message? Spirit, what does Rach need to know about how Nick feels about this message? Spirit, what does Rach need to know about Nick feeling about this message? Again, I feel like, is it blah? Like, I don't feel great. Again, my sinuses were really being pointed out to me. Like right here, I felt pressure, and especially like right here, I felt pressure, and I felt maybe like a headache here. So there could be some frustration or a headache happening because of stress. If that is something that you undergo, pay attention to that. Take your Tylenol or any other over-the-counter med that you feel is appropriate for your head if you are feeling a headache about it, because it just feels, honestly, feels exhausting to me. Like, it just feels like I want you to see my point of view, and I could only do so much to do that. Yeah, I want to see what the cards have to say. I want to do one more shuffle, but it just feels like I really want you to see my point of view, and I need you to do that. And if you can't do that, then I don't know how to help you. But you are overthinking it. All right, the Two of Wands is here. This is the overthinking card. This is a card of contemplation. You have all of this area here to overlook. Like, you have a lot going on, but we're concentrating with whatever is on the phone. Like, that's what has her attention, really, is like she's learning information and kind of seeing if she can apply it to real life and like thinking the ways that she could do that. But this is the overthinking card. So let's see what is going on. Rach, I don't like him. I don't like Nick. I don't know who he is. I don't know if he's a family member. Kind of feels like a family member to me in a way. It could be a love interest. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. But lies. Liar, liar, pants on fire, hang them by a telephone wire. Then we have the Eight of Cups walking away. So it's almost like this person's committed to misunderstanding you. You could tell them to your blue in the face what you are talking about, how you're feeling, how you don't want to be misconstrued or misconveyed, but they're going to misconstrue you anyways. Like, this is, like, to me, purposeful misunderstanding and you walking away. But there's going to, like, September is the next eclipse cycle. So you are probably this is probably going to come to a head in September. Most likely during the eclipses, but it might be a little before, it might be a little after. But we do have Temperance here. Temperance is patience. taking your time, refilling your cup, making sure they're balanced. She's all about balance. She has one foot in the spiritual world. She has one foot in the physical world. So she is kind of balancing both of these energies together. And you are talking about the energy of this message. But she is about patience, taking your time. She's also a very healing energy because it's Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is the healing angel. We have the sun imagery here, which is the most positive imagery you can have, but we do have some mountains. Mountains are rocky, okay? So there's going to be some rocky ass shit that comes in that's going to take you to that sun. All right. So everything you're going to encounter with this person is meant for you because it's the path that's leading to the sun. I just look at these cards and I just want to like fall asleep. Like this is just exhausting to me. It's like especially with his fist being balled up, like it just makes me feel like I'm just angry. I want to get out of this situation. I want to get out of this way. I don't want to deal with this anymore. Like that's what it feels like to me. Like I just don't want to deal with this anymore. Like I'm over it. I want to get out of here. I'm just, oh my goodness. It just makes me feel so exhausted. Like it really is like, it's just tiring to me. I'm going to pull another card here. Yeah, something's definitely ending. I saw that in the 8 of Cups card, but this is something ending, but you're going to get everything that you need because you have that Magician's Wand. You have all the tools of tarot at your disposal. You are at a Giant Zero. The Giant Zero is indicative of card 0, which is the Fool. The Fool is all about new beginnings. So you are ending something because the World is the last card in the Major Arcana, or maybe traveling because the World is a card of travel. But you have everything you need to start a new chapter. Like you don't need this person in your life, regardless of their association with you, relationship with you. It's just like, especially when they're a liar, cheater, thief, all of the above. I know it's like, it's easy for me to say, like, I just wouldn't care what they think about that message. I know you do care, but it's like this person's opinion of you is committed to misunderstanding you. So I would take it with a grain of salt. Okay. So Rach, I hope that helps. I hope that gives you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for your donation. I hope that resonated. I didn't see any of your comments, so I'm not sure if you are being filtered or not, but I do hope that helps, my love. Thank you so much for submitting your donation here today. And I love you endlessly. Thank you so much. All right. So we do have Cynthia next. Cynthia, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for submitting your donation. What type of reading are we doing for you? Momo, these are $15 donations. There they are. Hello, hello, hello. What type of reading are we doing, my love? Or do you general? Okay, well, we're going to do a general for Cynthia. Cynthia, your time set's going to be 29 minutes. And guys, after Cynthia, we don't have anyone else. So if you are interested in a reading, go ahead and submit your $15 donation. And you're going to get your reading right after Cynthia. It's only about 5 minutes. Feel hurried immediately. For Cynthia, Spirit, what does Cynthia need to know? Spirit, what does Cynthia need to know? Spirit, what does Cynthia need to know? What's going on for our friend Cynthia? But yeah, I feel hurried. I feel like, I don't know if you're always in a rush, have ADHD, so things are always quick, but I just feel in a hurry. It's almost like I want to see results very quickly. JC and Chestnut Nos, thank you so much for the follow. But I don't even feel like I have time to like sit down and smell the roses right now. It just feels very much like I need to hurry up. And I don't care for it, to be honest with you. So whatever it is that you're feeling rushed about, and you may not even realize it, especially if you have ADHD, that you're feeling rushed because it's kind of our natural state anyways. but it's not my favorite feeling. There is a relationship here. The 2 of Cups. I know what this card is, I promise. The 2 of Cups is the relationship card. So this is a card of saying that this is a new beginning and a soulmate level connection. The soulmate level connection could be literally your best friend. It could be your love connection. It could be a family member. It's literally anyone that you could have a relationship with, but this is a soulmate level connection. Some soulmates are here for a lifetime, absolutely. Some are here for a short time, though. The goal of a soulmate is to teach you something, teaching you a lesson in some format, getting you on the path that you need to be on when it comes to your lesson that you're learning here, your reason you're here. I see you're holding on to heartbreak. Somebody who has betrayed you, somebody you knew was not treating you right, but I see you holding on to it. I see you holding on to it because of 3 of Swords and the 4 of Pentacles together. 3 of Swords is the heartbreak card in the deck. All right. So this is like toxicity leaking out of the character. This is literally just heartbreak. Then we have the 4 of Pentacles. You see how she's holding on to these pentacles in every way she can, on her mind, in her hands, under her feet. She's holding on to heartbreak. Okay, that's what these 2 cards together are indicating to me. Now we have the Moon with it. The Moon is deception. It's unseen circumstances, unknown enemies that are causing growth and evolution. Dog mask, wolf mask right here. That's what they're wearing. And it's going to bring you wisdom. The word I wanted was wisdom. I'm so sorry about that. This is the face of the Hermit. The Hermit is actually here in this card deck. But you can see this is her face right there. So just know it's bringing you wisdom. Yes, we got separated. And I think that's going to be really good for you. I really do. Because we have the King of Pentacles and the 8 of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is the card, I am detached. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Because this is like, I'm standing on my own. I have enough money. I'm independent. I don't need your money. I don't need your time because I have money. And actually, I went back to the drawing board even, and I made sure that I was in full alignment and I was getting my shit taken care of. I was getting my shit done. So I do think that this person has hurt you. I think they deceived you. And even though you say you're detached, he always comes back, though. I was about to say there's something we're holding on to, so it could be he always comes back. But when he comes back, don't give him the time of day, period, because he's not worth it. He's not worth your time. He's not worth your energy. He's not worth anything because you are the prize. That's why he keeps coming back. He knows that you're the prize. He knows that you have your shit together. He's better off with you than he is by himself. Hi, Dave. But you don't need him. You don't need him. You have everything under control. You have everything in alignment that you need. Okay. Let's pull one more card here. Yeah. Justice. You might be divorcing him. Like straight up, like, I don't know if you're married, but if you're not married, maybe you're taking him to court. He doesn't add anything to my life. Not a thing. Not a thing. He was really a drag. Okay. He's good at lying and bullshitting you. He's probably good at bullshitting anybody who wants to listen to him. No, but a very strong connection. But just know, like, justice is here. It's representing the justice system, but it also does represent relationships because she is Libra. Libra is the natural ruler of the 7th house of relationships in astrology. So if it has nothing to do with the justice system, I mean, it could. You might have to take him to court at some point in the future here. But if it has nothing to do with it, it could just be indicating a relationship that you are going to feel more balanced when you're by yourself than you're with this person. But to me, it feels like there could be something in the courts happening. And that could be in the future. Pay attention to that. But yeah, you're better off without this person and you already know it. But yeah, I wouldn't even entertain him when he comes back. I would literally block him on everything if you can. If you don't have children with him, I block him on everything. No, thank you. You can't come back, sir. Not your punching bag. All right, but I hope, Cynthia, that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for submitting your $15 donation. I'll really appreciate it, and I hope it helped you. I hope it gave you some clarity. I hope it gave you some insight there. All right, guys, we still have room here on the list today. The list is open. If you're interested in a reading, it is a $15 donation. So go ahead and submit your $15 donation. There is no wait at this time. You know where to go in the profile. Savvy internet people. Savvy internet people. Thank you so much, Sylvia. Thank you so much, Nick, for liking the live. I really appreciate it so much. JC, it's a $15 donation. It looks like you had a question. And it looks like you are asking to be next. But in order to get a reading from me here, it's a $15 donation. That's how you get on the list. And I do psychic readings, mediumship readings, and human design readings. So I do all those available readings. Plus, I have private readings available as well. If you are interested in doing a one-on-one instead of doing a public reading, you can always submit that $15 donation right from there. Or sorry, no, you can just go get a private reading. Check it out. First link. All right. I hope everyone's doing well this Monday. Hope life's working out for you. Hope it's being productive. We just hanging out on the internet, waiting for our next donation to come in. Looks like we don't have very many people in here, so I might restart the live. I'm so sorry, Sylvia. I think I'm going to have to restart the live because we don't have people in the room. Interesting, though. But you killed it on the likes. I appreciate you so much, but I'm going to be right back, try to reset and see if we can get further into the algorithm. So BRB, right back, guys. Alrighty, we are starting our live back up on TikTok. So we're going for it. Alrighty, we are back. If you're interested in a reading, we're doing readings right now, $15 donations for a 5-minute reading of your choice. I do psychic readings, I do mediumship readings, and I do human design readings. So I do all sorts of different modalities here live on the internet. If you are interested in getting a reading from me, I'd be happy to do so. Again, you're going to receive a 5-minute reading for your $15 donation. And you are going to be able to choose the type of reading that you receive. I do psychic readings, which is I channel a message and I pull cards for you. That's usually about a topic. Like, what are you looking to get clarity or insight on? Are you interested in know about your relationship? Are you interested in know about love in general? Are you interested about career or finances or your health? Are you just like, Spirit, what do I need to know? That's a psychic reading. If you want to connect with somebody who's passed away into the spiritual realm, that is a mediumship reading. And if you are interested in human design, that's a chart reading all about your energy. Hey, Britt. Welcome in, girly. Your energy is what I'm going to be telling you about in the human design reading. It's what type of energy do you possess? What is your unique aura type? How do you work specifically with your type of energy? How do you work with it the most efficient way? And also, how do you trust your body when you make decisions? Welcome back, Yeller. Thanks for being here. And Francis, thank you for sharing the live. I really appreciate it. So that is what I offer here. Again, psychic readings, mediumship readings, human design readings, and it's all for 5 minutes for your $15 donation. So you get a mini reading here live on air. And if you like a longer, more in-depth reading, I do private readings as well that you can look and see what my availability is if you're interested in those individual readings, those one-on-ones. You can find all of that through the first link or the third link or the fourth link. You know what I mean when I say link? You guys are very savvy internet people. This is not new knowledge. To get to the link is through the link through my website. No, through the profile. Words are hard. I'm trying not to get restricted by mentioning where to go because they like to filter me. Not filter me, but also restrict me. Yeah. It's a fun time, Francis. Fun time. How do the human design readings work? Thank you so much for asking, Yeller. So I have this human design website here that I also will share my screen on a different platform. If you know sign language, this is the letter Y. If you know, no, that's an R. If you know sign language, this is the letter T. So Y and T, if you catch my drift. So I do them there, but also if you don't want to go onto that, that's okay. I just position the phone and you will be able to see your chart and we cover your chart. I go over the most important parts of your chart first, which is your type of energy, also known as your aura type. This is your strategy, also known as how you work efficiently with your specific type of energy, and your authority, which is how you trust your body when making decisions. So for me, I am a projector. I don't have sacral energy. I am limited with how much energy I have every day. And I'm not designed to work a 9 to 5. I'm designed to work 4 hours at the most. And I have to do something that I have to be invited to. That is my strategy, is to wait for an invitation. When I wait for the right invitation, I'm going to know using my spleen. My splenic center, which is this center right here, is your intuition center and your instinctual center. So I use my intuition to make the decision. I get an invitation because I waited, somebody recognized me, saw what my worth was, said I want to work with you, or I have invitations for you, or whatever it is that you get. That's like a verbal invitation, can be a written invitation, can be an invitation that your bones give you, but it has to come from your bones. So this is how I make decisions. I wait for an invitation. I wait for someone to recognize my gifts, which for internet purposes, it's $15 donation. You see what I bring to the table. You donate 15. I give you a 5-minute reading, and that's just saying like I'm inviting you to read my energy. But I am somebody who is very, very, very intuitive, and I use my intuition to make decisions as well as help you guys out too. So Yeller, I hope that made sense. I hope I gave you clarity or insight about what human design readings are and what they will entail during your 5 minutes. The first reading is always going to be about your specific type of energy, the strategy and authority that go with your personal blueprint or your personal human design body graph. And then we go from there. So the second reading might be your profile, which is your personality type. Could be how your signature and not self theme work together as well. So the signature theme is when you're in alignment, doing the right things, you're going to feel a lot of success. For me, not self theme is bitterness. Like if you're feeling a lot of bitterness as a projector, get out of there, get out. Awesome. What info do you need for me for those? Like astrology, date, time, location. Exactly, Yeller. It is your date of birth, including the year, your time of birth. The exact time is the best, but if you don't have an exact time, I can see what the chart would be within a 12-hour period, so we can kind of look into that. And then your location in which you were born. So what city, what state, or what city, what country that you were born in. That's the information I would need. Yay! We're going to get a donation here from Yeller. Hey, Carly girl. And guys, if you'd like a reading, again, it's a 5-minute reading of your choice. I do psychic readings, mediumship readings, and human design readings. I made it! Remembered! Yay! I'm so glad, Jenny. I'm so sad that the notifications are not working, though. That's a real fucking bummer. Hey, girl, hey. Carly's here. We stand Carly. All right, guys. But you can send in your $15 donation to receive your 5-minute reading. We can get you clarity or insight with the cards. We can get you connection with somebody who's passed away in the spiritual realm. I do a direct connection where I connect. You tell me the relationship to whoever you want to get in connection with, and I get into connection with them. And then, of course, I do human design, which is a chart reading, which is probably what we're going to do next as soon as we receive Yeller's donation. But, guys, first come, first serve, so get your donations in now. All right, Nolan. Gotcha. All right. It looks like you gave me all the information I needed right from there. So perfect, perfect, perfect. Let me put it in. Your birthday is the same date as one of my cousins, which is interesting. Different year, though. She was born in 89 with me. I am one of 3 cousins that was born all in 1989. Girl, shoot. You basically were born at 11/11 or 1/11. That's so funny. I don't count zeros, just FYI. That's why I say that. All righty. So what I'm going to do is you can join me on the second link on, this is the sign language for Y, because we're learning sign language here. Sign language for the letter Y, sign language for the letter T. So you can join me on YT if you are interested, because we are going to stream it there as well, but you don't have to. We can position the camera so that you don't have to. Riley, I got you, love. Thanks so much. You're going to be after Nolan. Thank you, Riley. All right, Nolan, let me know that you're here by saying hey or sending an emoji just so I know which platform you're on. You guys, we're about to do a human design reading, which is my favorite reading to give. So I'm really excited. Hang tight if you've never seen human design. So it's a second link if you go into my profile. Maybe 30 seconds, not a problem. So try the second link. It should take you right to my channel. And you should be able to pop on there. But you do need to be logged in to chat. So they won't let anyone chat if you're not logged into your channel. But guys, stay tuned. I'm very excited. I love human design readings. I literally changed my life in the best ways possible. Like, I thought I was somebody who had to hit the ground running and just, go for it, make my dreams come true. Like I've been conditioned my whole life to do. And then when I found my human design, I was like, no, bitch, you gotta sit. You gotta take many seats and wait for invitations, but do the thing that makes you happy. Do the thing that gives you life. You don't need an invitation. That's what your bones do. Like your bones tell you, like, this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to go for. And you go and do that. But the other things are like, you literally need an invitation for some of us. For me personally, most of us don't need an invitation. Most of us respond to our life. We respond in the ways that feel right for us. Sometimes we have to wait out emotional waves. Other times we trust our gut. But it really depends on yours. But for me personally, it showed me that I can be successful by just living in rest, having active cycles, and doing what you were meant to do. For me, was always tarot and psychic abilities and mediumship. It's what I was born with a veil over my head. There's Nolan, they're there. So I was born with a veil over my head. So I was born with psychic abilities. But either way, we're going to jump into human design right now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to position my phone so that everyone on TikTok can also join us here for this reading. Uh-oh, did I do something? Okay. Nope. How am I doing this? All right. So Nolan, this is your human design body graph. We're going to switch it to here though. With your human design body graph, you can see there is 2 sides to your chart. There's this red side to your chart. There's this black side to your chart. The red side correlates with the red lines in your chart. Okay. These are formulated 88 days before your birth. That's when they say the soul imprints upon the body at that time. So this is your soul line, your unconscious line, okay? Now you have the black lines in your chart, which is correlated at the moment that you were born. So red is subconscious, black is conscious, the things you understand about yourself, the things you know about yourself. That's what these are here. The shapes in here are chakras. Everywhere that you have white in your chart is you do have, but you take in this energy, you amplify it in your body, and then you reflect it back out. Okay, it's just like a pop can. You take a pop can, you shake it up, you open it up, what happens, right? It gets everywhere. So just know you have these areas. You just are absorbing other people's information in here, amplifying it and reflecting it back at them. Where you have coloration in your chart, this is where you have consistent access to these energies here. All right, so we're going to talk about your aura type, what type of energy you have, how you work with your specific type of energy, and how you need to make decisions using the body. Because the brain's just to keep you alive, telling you when you're hungry, telling you when to sleep, telling you your body, you got to get up and walk. That's the brain's job. The body's job is to make decisions, okay? So we got 5 minutes on your timer. And Nolan, you are a manifesting generator. When you're a manifesting generator, you have the throat chakra defined and the sacral chakra. The throat chakra can be indirectly connected to the sacral, or like your chart is, directly connected from the sacral to the throat. Now, what's really interesting about your chart is you have it on both sides. You have gate 20 on both sides, and you have gate 34 on both sides. Gate 34 is the gate of power. Now you have the gate of power in your subconscious earth, which is how you balance yourself, is through power and like knowing, like not like unbridled power by any means, but it's definitely more in the lines of what can I do when I have an extra oomph to me? Like your energy has an extra oomph to it. Also in Mars here, in your subconscious Mars, which is action. So when you take action, people feel it, okay? And then you also have gate 20 defined twice in your chart as well. You have 23 times. You have it in your subconscious Jupiter. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. Spirit being Spirit for anyone who's new here. The Jupiter in human design is about law, but really Jupiter is about expansion. 20 is the gate of metamorphosis. So you expand every time you transform. You are not the same person you were even a year ago. Like you are always transforming. You're always going. You're always getting this new powerful transformation, especially because gate 20 is also in your conscious sun and in your Saturn, which is about karmic law. So you really can be rigid about expansion because it's something that you really do take a light to. So it can be something that is transformative, yes, because of where your metamorphosis is, but it's very much like you shine every time you transform. All right, so you are a manifesting generator. Love it. So true, he says. But you can see here, we have a direct connection from the throat to the sacral. So you, being a manifesting generator, are the best of both worlds. You have enough energy from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed, as long as you're doing the work that you are inspired by. Okay, the work that inspires you. You also are somebody who can speak things into reality. So you have to be extra careful with your words because you have an extra oomph to them, extra power to them, and your words are transformative. So make sure that when you are speaking things into reality, your vibration level is neutral. You don't want to be too high. You don't want to be too low, especially low, because usually when we're angry or upset, we tend to say things we don't actually mean, and then boom, that comes into our reality. So be very cautious when you're feeling any big emotions to not speak on them unless you are really wanting that to happen in your reality, okay? Usually when we're vibing a little bit higher, we're not really manifesting terrible things. We're usually manifesting really good things. So, but just be cautious that anytime your energy is up or down and you are speaking things into you are speaking things into reality. Now, you are a emotional manifesting generator. This is your authority center. This is how you make decisions. You are somebody who is not designed to make in-moment decisions. You are here to ride out emotional waves, okay? That is how you're designed. So you are somebody who needs to recognize their emotional patterns. I always suggest following the lunar cycle to really get in contact with your emotional cycle, because your moon and your emotions are tied together. That's why in astrology and in human design, they say the moon is where your emotions are. So wherever your emotions are, in whatever house it is or whatever sign it is, that's how you express that emotion the most efficiently. But for you, you are constantly up and down an emotional wave. So track that emotional wave. You are not designed to make in-moment decisions. You need to wait a minimum of 24 hours, if not longer than 24 hours. You can take 72. You can take a whole week off to make this decision, but you are not here to make an in-moment decision. If somebody's like, you need to tell me right now how you feel, that's a no for me, dog. Big red flag, okay? You need to wait out emotional waves. So the best way to do that, if you're trying to make a speedy decision, is by meditating, working out, or by cleaning your house. You want to distract your brain. Okay, that's the goal. You want to distract your brain so that you're no longer overthinking this and things feel terrible and bad and awful and this, that, and the other thing. But instead, you are feeling like, okay, I feel energetically neutral because I'm no longer like thinking about this thing over and over and over again. What decision do I want to make? What do I want to do? So when you're at an energetic neutral, ask yourself, do I want to do the thing that I'm responding to? Because that is your strategy is to respond to your environment, which I did not touch on, so we're going to touch on now, but it is to respond to your environment. So that means anything that comes into your environment, animals, people, noises. It's not subject just to people, okay? It can be anything in your environment. So just know when you're writing out that emotional wave that you are waiting for clarity, waiting for an energetic neutral, and you can speed that up again by meditating, cleaning your house, or working out. Get to that energetic neutral. Ask yourself in that moment, do I want to do the thing I'm responding to? If it's a go do it. If it's a no thank you, don't do it. Your brain's going to turn on and say, but no, brain, because if I go and do the thing, I'm going to make myself frustrated and the people around me bitter, angry, or frustrated. So really, really hone into like that energetic neutral and asking yourself from there. That's your choice, your decision. The decision you make in that moment of clarity is the decision you're making. Okay. So Nolan, I hope that made sense. I hope that was really validating information because human design is really validating information or should be at least. So let me know how you liked it in the comments section or how you feel about it. And hopefully that made a lot of sense for you. But we do have Riley who is next. And after Riley, we have Carly. Thank you, Carly, so much. I got you, darling. And then after Carly, we don't have anyone else. So if you're interested in a reading, go ahead and submit that $15 donation. But I hope that made sense there, Nolan. And it looks like we started your timestamp at 11:49, so 10 minutes ago. So your timestamp's somewhere around 48 minutes, okay? 48, 47 minutes if you ever want to watch it again. Could you see if there's any spirits that want to come through? So Riley, I don't do spirit led. Nolan said, thank you so much. Super constructive. I didn't know much about human design. I'm so happy that I could help you learn a little bit more. And we just scratched the surface. There is literally so much more we can talk about with human design. But I can see, but the chances are there might not be your people that come through. So that's why I don't do spirit led, because if I do spirit led, you paid for your reading and somebody else's spirit came through. Right? Somebody else's loved one came through. Sorry, I'm a little YouTube illiterate. You are fine. As long as you can see the chart on there, same magnifique. And then you can always rewatch it anytime you want. You could even do it now. You can rewind it while I'm live on air And you just have to remember to like stay live if you want to like continue watching the other readings. But how about family and spirit guides? So if you, those are okay. I would love to do both of those in a 5-minute time frame. We probably aren't going to be able to do both. Would you rather contact a family member, or would you rather see who your spirit guides are? Because we just don't have enough time. But if you want to donate again, we can do both. We have 5 minutes for each $15 donation, so you'll get a 10-minute reading. So if you want to do both, we can, but in a 5-minute time frame, it's just not enough time to do both. I hope you understand. I hope I'm not saying this in a bitchy way. I'm not trying to be bitchy at all. Just trying to be honest. Sometimes I don't know my tone, so that's why I'm like, I hope I don't sound bitchy. Because I've been told I have a tonal problem. I can do family. I was just thinking of whoever came through. So again, I do direct. So you got to tell me the relationship of the person, so I make sure that they come through for you. So that's what a direct reading is, and I'm a direct reader. Emanuela, I got you. Thank you so much. So give me the relationship to the person you want to contact with. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, etc. If they don't have a traditional relationship with you, just go ahead and give me a first name. Yeah, I can do your great grandmother. Not a problem. Yeah, I know it can be confusing because there's a lot of other readers on here that do spirit led. But when we're in a private session, oh yeah, all day we can do spirit led, see who comes through, because it's me and you directly interacting with one another and me just directly in your energy. But when I'm live on air, I'm just kind of in the ether. So I'm trying to connect with whoever I'm with, but sometimes in a spirit led, many times I should say, because I used to try to just do spirit led like that and it just didn't work out because I'd have other people be like, that's my family member. I'm like, oh, but you didn't pay for this reading. So I want to make sure you get your money's worth. You know, that's it. Yes, that makes sense. Okay, wonderful. So let's go ahead and do great grandmother here. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 2 minutes if you ever want to rewatch this reading. And I do evidential mediumship for anyone who's interested, which means I'm going to give you evidence of who I have here, and it should make sense to your loved one. The only responses I am looking for are yes, that makes sense, no, that does not make sense, or I don't know. Because sometimes we get messages or evidence from spirit that we're like, I actually don't know about that. So those are the only responses I'm looking from you right now, Riley. All right. Spirit, this is for our friend Riley. Getting in contact with Riley's great grandma, Riley's great grandma. The first thing I have in my body immediately when I call in her energy is I feel like my arm's in a sling. It feels like I had a shoulder injury. I don't know if I fell and hurt my shoulder or my elbow or something like that, but I feel like at some point I was in a sling from some sort of fall that I might have had, that I didn't catch myself well enough, or maybe I fell and tried to catch myself and hurt myself by doing it. It doesn't feel like this was part of her passing. It just feels like history that she had with her arm. Let me know if she was this. That makes sense. Wonderful. Oh no, she was saying that before. Sorry. Does that make sense about the sling, like hurting her shoulder specifically? I just feel wobbly. So I feel like great grandma might have had a little bit of a balance problem before her passing. So I feel like she got a little out of whack, but I feel like she was in good spirits about it. She feels like she was really fun and really like took things in stride. I don't think she let life get her down by any means. I feel like when she was having like, and let me know if that makes sense, the balance issues, she just makes me feel like she was laughing about it. She's like, "What? There I go again. Oh, don't drop me." Like, I just feel like she was like trying to make light of a situation that might have been really hard for her. This could have been a vertigo situation. I only see she. So I'm not sure what you're trying to convey there, my friend, but just remember, yes, no, or I don't know is the only answers I'm looking for right now. She feels spunky though. Good spirits and spunky. Yes. She just feels like she really had, I feel like she had a good time in life. I do. She makes me feel like freedom was something important to her. So I don't know if she was divorced and she felt freedom from that, or maybe she's just like, men, no thank you. Because I feel like after her, because her husband feels like she passed before her. You can confirm or deny that. But it feels like after her husband died, she's like, men, I don't need them. So I feel like she was really independent after his passing. Let me know if that makes sense as well. It's almost like life got a little more like freeing for her, where she didn't have to worry about anyone, didn't have to do anything, could just live her life uniquely for her. She makes me feel like salsa dancing comes in, which is interesting. So it makes me feel like before she lost her balance, she might have been somebody who really was balanced and maybe danced or took dancing lessons or really just loved to like bust a move. But there's dancing that comes in here, and it makes me feel honestly at peace, like just dancing and just like being in a younger body, even and dancing. Like that just makes me feel really like in alignment, really at peace, really just like inward. Let me know if that makes sense. I haven't seen many yeses from you or no's from you or anything. But let me know if that makes sense for your great grandma before we move on to any messages. Okay, perfect. She says yes. Do we have any messages for Riley? As I said that, she's like, dance it away. It makes me feel like there's nothing a good dance session can't heal. Because it makes you very present. It makes you very much in the now. It's like, I have to learn these moves. I have to do the right steps. I have to concentrate on this task. And it just feels like to me, like, I don't know if dance is also in your soul and that's something you inherited from your great grandma. But I would dance it out. Yeah, move the energy around is good as well there, Carly. Moving the energy around, just like making sure that you're not being stagnant, that you're moving and grooving. Like, I just love it. And it's very salsa like oriented. Like the way she's just moving makes me feel, not that I can salsa dance. This is my best sit down salsa I can do for you. But just like literally like, move your hips, move your arms, and just like dance it away. Is like the biggest like takeaway I have from her for a message. Because you learn to love yourself even through the mistakes when you are dancing. And it's like a class too. It's like taking a class. It could be Just Dance, like the video game. You could do that as well. But Riley, I hope that made sense for your grandma, a great grandma. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. I hope it gave you comfort in some way. She's up there busted a move. She's up there like just honestly, she feels like she loves it, like loving life. So she's good. She's healthy. She's dancing. She's vibrant. She's a vibrant lady. So I do hope that helps. She says, thank you. You're very welcome, Riley. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for submitting your $15 donation. And I'm so glad we could get in connection today with your great grandma. All right, we are going to move on here to Carly. After Carly is Emanuela. After Emanuela, we don't have anyone else. If you want a 5-minute reading of your choice, psychic readings, mediumship readings, or human design readings, it's a $15 donation for a 5-minute reading. And you get to choose your reading. So go ahead and submit that donation if you are interested in receiving a reading here. All right, Carly, what type of reading are we doing? Did you say in the comments? You might have. No, you didn't, because you donated from there. Okay. Hey, Melody, let's do a general. Let's do it. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 9 minutes. And guys, don't forget, I also offer private readings if you're interested. You can find those at my website. First link. All right, this is for Carly. Spirit, what does Carly need to know? Girl, I need you to eat. I don't know if you're preparing food or getting food ready, but like the way that my body just feels so hungry. It's just like, I don't know if you could hear the audible growl of my stomach that just happened, but I want you to eat. I don't want you to forget to eat. ADHD people forget to eat. So if you have ADHD and you haven't ate today, go eat. Go do it. But what does Carly need to know here? What's going on here for Carly? Carly, I feel a lot. Yes, I just made donuts for the kids. Well, you eat some too. Make sure you put that powdered sugar on there. I like cinnamon and sugar. But I feel more at ease. I feel more at peace. I feel like when it comes to like my home, my house and home, I just feel like the energy is getting better. I feel like I can breathe. I feel like things are really, I feel like they're turning out the way they're supposed to. It just feels like calmer energy with you. Not that your energy is normally super duper hype by any means, but I just feel a lot calmer here. I got to put 1 more minute on your timer because I forgot to do that because you got 6 minutes for being a subscriber. But it just feels so good here. Okay. We do have the Hermit. The Hermit is all about wisdom. It's about being of service. No, it was out of balance earlier. Well, it feels okay. It feels okay to me at this moment. So, I mean, it could just be the moment we're in too. So, but if you're talking about earlier, you're talking about other readings possibly too. Now it's good. Okay. That's what I was picking up is like, it feels good to me. But the Hermit is about wisdom. Yes, in the past. Wisdom, it's about being of service. This is Virgo, the card of Virgo. So this is Virgo's the natural ruler of the 6th house of everyday routines. That's your health. That is small pets. That's coworkers as well. But when I talk about the Hermit, we're talking about going internally. We're going inward. We are looking within and seeing like, what do we need to improve upon? What do we need to balance out? How do we be of service? By looking within and making sure that we're all good. She's a beacon of light in the darkness. That's why her belt is lit up like it is. Her belt is lit up like this because she's showing that she is a beacon of light. And you're a beacon of light. In traditional tarot, it's an old man holding like a lantern in the darkness on the like hillside or a cliffside. Ooh. There's something about, I read this as your baby's father, not multiple. Sorry about that. I'm from Michigan. We had S's to things, so that's my excuse for that. But this makes me feel like there's some choice to do with him, whether I engage with him or I let him do this or I let him do that. You do have to be in contact with him, unfortunately. But I do feel like there's a choice that has to do with him. Scorpio, traditionally Pisces or Cancer, sun sign, rising. Oh my gosh. Bernard, it's a $15 donation for a 5-minute reading. If you're interested to get on the list, send in your $15 donation. But this makes me feel like this person is exhaustive to me. That's why I gave a yawn. I'm sorry about that. But this is very like this energy of, you're tiring and you're asking me for something and I'll have to think about it, but feels like you're probably going to let him do what he's asking, but it's just like, I got to take a minute to like decide on what it is that what you're looking for. Now, what's really cool about this reading is we got the Page of Swords, which is a newbie, and the Ace of Swords, which is a whole ass new beginning. So the newbie here is you taking new action, right? She is literally swinging her sword about. She is taking new action. She is saying, yes, let's go for it. Let's go make our dreams happen. Our wishes come true. Let's communicate more. Let's be more transparent and honest. Let's go with these new ideas that we might have. So that's all the swords are. The swords are new ideas, new inspiration, new communications, new actions being taken, and it's all divinely led. That's why the sword is bigger than the physicality of the card. So you might be receiving some downloads from spirit saying what you want or what you're going to do or what's going on. Okay. So like really pay attention to this new beginning because it's going to be big. If you are not prepared for it, then you might get cut by the sword, but I feel like you're prepared. I feel like you're prepared because all of these new beginnings that you're taking action on has to do with what you're asking universe. This is the manifestation card. This is wishing upon a star. What are we doing when we wish upon a star? We are putting manifestations into the universe. That's what we do. We may not be realizing it or knowing it, and that's what we're doing, but when we wish upon a star, we are putting our manifestations into universe, right? This is the Aquarius card, of course. There's a lot of air signs going on here. Aquarius is an air sign. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. You're taking off and you're strong enough to be able to do so. These 8 stars all have 8 points in them. These 8 Aquarius moon, hell yeah, Carly. This is you taking off. This is you saying, I'm strong enough because of all these 8 points, these 8 stars, or this card is 1 plus 7, which equals 8, all in reference to the 8th card, which is strength. You're strong enough to handle anything that comes your way, period. You're taking the right actions. You're starting this new beginning. This is the highest ace in the deck. There's not a higher ace than this one. Like literally the mountains are so small comparatively to other mountains in these cards. So just know you're taking off. You just got to put the work into it. That's what it's about, putting the work into it. So I do hope that helps. I hope that gives you clarity. I hope it gives you insight. Thank you, Carly, so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you for being a subscriber. We did get that 6 minutes to you. And thank you again for everything. I hope it made sense. I hope it gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. You're welcome, Carly. All right, we have Emanuela next. Emanuela, what type of reading are we doing for you, my friend? Thanks for being here. Let's see, just to make sure. Oh, she did say in the comment section, when would it be feasible for me and my friend Connie to move out of our parents' places? I think this is Emanuela. So your past reading really helped. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm so glad to hear that. Makes my heart so happy. So hopefully this one helps as well. Verify if you are Emanuela. I just want to double check and make sure because I think you are, but just want to guarantee that I'm not giving your reading away to anyone else. Okay, perfect. So let's check out when you and your friend are going to move out of your parents' places. Your timestamp, if you ever want to watch this on, and if you want to learn sign language with me, this is the letter Y, and this is the letter T. You can always watch it again anytime you like. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 18 minutes. Hi, Kelly. Welcome in. All right, Spirit. This is for our friend Emanuela. Spirit, what does Emanuela need to know about moving out with Connie? Spirit, what does Emanuela need to know about moving out with Connie? Spirit, what does Emanuela need to know about moving out with Connie? Now, the first thing I feel is about the energy that you have with Connie. And I feel like she's like one of your best friends, somebody you really have a good kinship with. I will say I want you to proceed with caution when you move in with somebody because, and it does not have to just be Connie. I think Connie's energy is good towards you, but I just feel, yes, we've known each other for 11 years. I just feel a bit of annoyance. Okay. So just be very open with your roommate. Be very like, this is the set of rules we're going to have. These are the boundaries we're going to have. This is the chore list. Like we can switch it every week, but this is the chore list. Just be very upfront and very honest because it just feels like stepping on each other's toes. I don't think it's going to ruin your friendship. I don't think it's going to be big animosity, but there's going to be some growing pains when it comes to moving out. That's going to be me. I'm always annoyed for no reason. I'm going to be honest. So pay attention to your feelings then. If she's stepping on your toes, you need to be honest about it. You need to speak up, be like, hey, maybe I have PMDD and it's flaring up right now. And right now I feel really annoyed. So like, give me some space, give me some time. Like, if you need to talk to me, text me, but otherwise I'm going to be in my room, or I'm going to be chilling out watching Love Island, whatever you're going to be watching. Okay. Just be very honest about your feelings, because I don't think it's going to ruin your friendship, but I do feel like it's going to put some bumps in your way. Okay. When I think about moving out, I just feel very goal oriented about it. I feel very goal oriented. I feel like I want to move out. Like, I'm starting a savings account for it. I don't know if someone has a serving gig, but whoever has a serving gig, put that money in a folder, a literal folder. I wouldn't put it in the bank. I would put it in a folder and put it away. She goes, wow, that's very accurate. Me, you have the serving job. Okay. Put that money away in a folder. Don't touch it. Put it under your bed. Put it under your mattress. Get it out of your mind's eye or your sight. But every time you come home with money, extra money goes in there. You might not have money for fun things at this time, but I feel like moving out's more important than anything else right now. So be responsible with your money. Learn to budget. Okay. I feel like you're starting to learn to budget if you haven't already budgeted already, but really learn to budget. There's a folder here on TikTok that they sell to me all the time that I'm like, I like this lady, but I'm not going to buy this thing. But I think it might do you well, because it's just like, it's like a planner or something that you can put money into. And then you're like, this is for gas. This is for housing. This is for fun stuff. This is for like whatever your bills are. Okay. Yes, it's quite accurate. I created budget doc for both of us. Wonderful. I do think this is going to bring in harmony in your life, something that fills your cup. I think it's going to be very excited. Yes, absolutely, Rach. Absolutely, you can, Rach. But this is something that I feel like is going to bring harmony into your life, as long as you are making sure that your emotions are being taken care of, that you are saying like, this is my cup. It is full. I filled it. And you're being very honest with your inner child and your roommate. Okay. That's going to be the most important thing, is you being honest with your roommate. Yeah, you're moving out. You're so ready. The Seven of Swords came in, though. I want to clarify on him. The Seven of Swords came in. So for me, it makes me feel like Connie might not be as ready. It doesn't feel like she's lying to you or cheating on you or anything like that. It doesn't feel that way. But maybe in the past, Rach, I got it. Thank you so much. Maybe in the past, not with her specifically. It feels like in the past somebody else has lied to you, cheated on you, stole from you. But don't let your past dictate your future, okay? Because I clarified it with this, and this is something that you're able to stand on your own. You're able to do it. I just know you're right about that. Connie doesn't have a job as of yet. Okay, so really like make sure that she is ready for this when you move in, because you're doing it. You're doing the damn thing. This is the biggest house in tarot. The 10 of Pentacles is saying you're going to be financially secure. You're going to be able to do this. It's absolutely going to fill your cup. I feel like getting away from your parents is going to be such a blessing for you. Not that you have bad parents or anything like that. I don't know. But it just feels like getting out of your house is a blessing. And that's how I kind of felt about it. My parents are very kind people, but I just needed to get out. I just needed to get out of their house. But we are putting the work that's worth it. You're going to be able to do this. You might be able to do this on your own, as long as you're finding a good place for relatively cheap rent. They are out there, but you got to really look for them. Okay. But I do think this is happening. I don't know if Connie's coming with you though. That's the thing, is like when I see this, I say, I don't know if Connie, if they're looking for you. Facebook Marketplace. When you are doing that, okay, when you are doing the Facebook Marketplace, the sun was the next card, so you are definitely moving out. I want you to vet your sources. I want you to vet them. I want you to say, hey, I see that you have a place to live. I'm going to Google this. I'm going to make sure that this is actually accurate. I'm going to go on Zillow. I'm going to make sure this place is actually available. I'm going to do my research before I trust anyone on Marketplace, because Marketplace is basically the new, what's that list? Craigslist. It's like the new Craigslist. And there's so many fake things on it. Okay. So just make sure like what you're seeing is really real. Okay. I'll vet my source. Thank you truly for the advice because Marketplace does have scams. Really vet yourself. And even if you're going through Craigslist, because Craigslist is still around, make sure when you find a place that seems too good to be true, do vet that as well. Make sure it's accurate. Make sure like when you Google the address, is it really being rented out by them or is it really by a property management? Because sometimes I worked in property management for a couple of years. So sometimes they'll take the property management homes, act like it's their homes, and then be like, I have the keys. We're going to meet up on this day, but thanks so much for the deposit. And then it's that day and you're like, where are you? I'm looking for my keys. Like we're supposed to meet up here. And then they never show up. So I don't want you to get scammed. So that Seven of Swords could also indicate that. So be very, very, very cautious. Do your Google. All right, Manuela, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for getting your donation in. Leela, I got you, my love. I hope this helps. Hope this gives you clarity. Yes, update me in September, October. Yes. And keep going with that serving job because I was a server for many years. It's tough. It fucking sucks. But girl, sometimes that money is good. So I would keep it and it's going to teach you how to really budget, okay? Hello, Chloe. What up, girl? I'm so glad to see you. All right, we are moving on to Rach, and then we have Leela, and then after Leela, we don't have anyone. So if you're interested in a reading, send in your $15 donation to receive a 5-minute reading of your choice. Psychic readings, mediumship readings, and human design readings. Me too, you make my day. Oh, Chloe, you make mine. I love you so much. Just wanted to know how N feels about me in general, if that's okay. Yeah, sure. Let's see what's going on. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 27 minutes. Oh, also, Emanuela, if you're still here, because PMDD did come up in your reading, I want you to look into it. It's like you're PMSing on steroids. I have a good girlfriend who has it, and she struggled for a long time, but she's found a regimen now to help her out a little bit better. But I don't know if you're still here. It is terrible. Yeah. Yeah. Anyone who suffers for it, I feel so bad for them because it's your hormones just making you wild and out. All right. This is for our friend Rach. Spirit, what does Rach need to know about how N feels about them? Love with N, love with N, love with N for Rach. I feel so apathetic. I do. I just feel so apathetic. Like, ugh. I feel like I keep getting like the runaround with this person as well. So one day they seem like they're really into it. The next day they feel kind of passive. The next day they're like, meh. Like, that's just how they feel to me. Like, it's like I want to shake you and be like, what are you doing to me? Type of thing. So I just feel apathetic. I just feel blah about it. Let's see. All right, that feels good to me. Let's do it, Rach. All right. You might be manifesting about N. You might be asking universe, like, I want N's attention. I want N to like me. I want N, whatever it is. When we're manifesting for love, I never suggest that anyone manifests for a specific person. Because when we manifest for a specific person, we don't know what the fuck we're getting. Okay. When we are manifesting for traits, I want somebody who is going to be loving it to me and caring and reciprocate how I feel and good with money and stable and has a good job and has a car and has this and has that. So the list can be endless of the traits you're looking for. Okay. But when we're manifesting for a specific person, that person already has that traits already instilled in them. And manifesting for them is not going to be what you are expecting it to be. But let's see what the other cards have to say. Cards are looking good, though. Even though I feel apathetic and annoyed, the cards are looking good. You might get a message from him out of the blue stating how he actually feels about you. But it is something you are overthinking right now. Okay, it's something you are overthinking. So go with the flow. Don't get too much into it. Don't get in your own way about it. But there is something here that's going to be coming in out of the blue that's going to start a whole ass new beginning. Whether this is him saying, hey, this isn't it, and you're like, oh my God, what did I do wrong? Or starting a new beginning because he said this isn't it, and then things start to transpire. Because remember, rejection is protection. But honestly, I don't feel rejection from this. I really don't. I feel more like a new beginning is going to happen that's going to be stable, that's going to bring, could be extra income in. So if you guys both have good jobs and you guys are able to be self-sufficient, could it be adding to the path? I'm so confused why he's empathetic that and wants to move forward. I think he doesn't know what he wants. Maybe he's the one overthinking things. He could be the one overthinking things as well. But the cards look good. And I don't feel badly about the cards. It was just like, almost like I'm just annoyed with like, get your shit together. Get your shit together. Because there's something with victory here. You know, the Six of Wands is the victory card. So this, especially if your friends like him, then this is good. If your friends don't like him, I always trust my girlfriends. I haven't always trusted them in the past. I should have because my friend, at least my friend group, we just really genuinely have each other's back and love each other. There's no jealousy. There's no like threat of, oh, do you want my man? Nobody wants each other's man. Hi, Gika. But there's something new coming in that's going to be victorious. That's going to be something to celebrate. But the Two of Wands is where I think when you said annoyed, was that how he feels towards me? I tap into your energy and I see how his energy affects you. So the annoyance is probably more or less coming from you. But if you're not feeling annoyed, it could be coming from them. But I don't tap into their energy without their consent. I only tap into yours. So it could be like you roll your eyes about them. Like I feel apathetic about that. Like get your shit together, things like that. But I definitely do see something coming in out of the blue, out of nowhere. This could be a whole ass different person because we do have the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to pull more cards on it. Something that fills your cup. King of Cups is Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. He's not my favorite. But there is something new that's blooming that's going to bring passion and desire into it. Yeah, it could be a water sign person. Could be a water sign person that comes in. Yeah, he's the only court card I have. So if he's not a water sign, moon, rising sign, or sun sign, it could be somebody else, but there's somebody new coming in out of the blue unexpectedly. And it's something you are going to think about for sure, but it is somebody that's going to fill your cup. Knight in Shining Armor card. He's not my favorite king. Tam, thank you for the follow. But he is somebody who feels like he could be a little dramatic, but you might go for him anyways. But the cards feel good, even though I feel annoyed, like in the cold read or not the cold read. Somebody said that to me recently. But in the initial reading, the body feeling, but it could be because he's running you through the ringer here. But I hope that made sense, Rach. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for submitting your donation. I really do hope that helps. Because there is a new beginning coming out of nowhere. Okay, that's going to put you in full alignment. So trust in the process. Go with the flow. Know that's something coming in that you've been manifesting. It's coming in. Okay. All right, Rach, you're very welcome, love. All right, Leela, thank you so much for being here. Robin, I did get yours, just FYI, just so you know, I got your donation. You're going to be right after Leela. But Leela, we have now. So Leela, what type of reading are we doing for you? And guys, after Robin, we don't have anyone else. Linktree link. Oh, shit. I'm not supposed to say that word. We're going to do your general reading here, Leela. I see it said general. All right. We got 6 minutes on your timer for being a subscriber. Thank you so much. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 35 minutes. So So if you guys ever want to watch this again, you can always watch it on, this is the letter Y. And in sign language, this is the letter T. Aren't we learning things today? Look at YT. You can always rewatch it there. Anxiety, it's me. You're so funny, Leela. Let's see what's going on. Hey, Aaron. All right. Spirit, this is for Leela. Spirit, what does Leela need to know? Spirit, what does Leela need to know? Spirit, what does Leela need to know? So I'm seeing shoes, like in my mind's eye immediately. And they're laced up shoes. So I do feel like I need to put my shoes on and get moving. I low key and very don't want to say this, but if it comes through, I have to say it. Pick yourself up by the bootstraps. I fucking hate it. I hate that I had to say that. Because, fuck MAGA. But it does feel like there's something here that you do need to like continue moving forward. Put your shoes on, get to moving. Okay, that's the imagery I have in my mind. You got this. Even if it's hard, even if it's difficult, you got this. So let's see what the cards have to say. Don't let your past dictate your future. If you got to walk away from something, you got to walk away from something. Good. Good thing I only wear flip-flops. Well, shit, girl, I sell Converse, but I wear Converse. But I haven't worn any flip-flops this year, really. I wore slides. Don't let your past dictate your future, okay? The cups have spilled. You can't put the water, the wine, the milk back into the cups. They're already spilt over. What's behind you what matters, okay? What's behind you is still standing. There's still nutrients in these cups right here. You can get across this bridge and get back to living the life. You just got to keep moving forward, okay? Don't let your past stagnate you. The next card's huge. Let's see what the other cards have to say, though. You might have the best reading of the day. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I want to start with these two together, okay? It's Texas. It's always flip-flop weather. I believe you. I believe you. It's not that way in Michigan. But we do have the Magician and the Nine of Cups. I want to read these together. The Magician is saying you have everything you need. You have that Magician's wand right there. You have everything you need. You have consistent access to all the tools of tarot that is at your disposal. The wands, the cups, the pentacles, the swords, this growth of abundance. Yellow is success. Red is passion and power. White is innocence. Black is protection. You have everything you need to make your wishes come true. Your manifestations take flight. This is your wishes, your hopes, your dreams all coming into fruition. Use genie in a bottle energy. Your manifestations have been heard. I just need you to know that Spirit has heard your manifestations and they're coming in a big way. I do feel like this is about, I do feel like this has to do with some work. I don't know if this is like the work that you want to do, if it's about owning your own business, but it feels, especially with the King of Pentacles here, it feels like it has to do like with a career path to me that you're passionate about, that drives you, that's motivating. Aces are brand new beginnings. Pages are beginners, transformative beginnings. The fire signs by nature, because the element of fire is by nature transformative, this is transformation in a big way that's going to lead to stability in your life. It's going to lead to a stable income in your life, or a material gain such as a house or a car or a big ticket item that you've been wanting. Like whatever your manifestations are, they have been heard, girl. I definitely want to help heal others. Don't know exactly how that will look like. Could be Reiki. It could be anything in the medical field, anything. It does not have to be doctor or nurse. It could be an esthetician. It could be a massage therapist. It could be a therapist. It could be a hygienist. It could literally be anything. But for you, when I say Reiki, it just makes my heart feel full. It just makes my heart feel full. It feels like Naxjas. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I don't think I am. I hope Jason Hawkwood. Okay, I got you. Thank you so much. You are going to be after Robin. But you are going to be able to take on anything that you want. But when I talk about mental health mostly, but I would do it. If that's what you're wanting to do, absolutely do it. I'd go for it, especially because you have this new beginning here, this beginner and new beginning, and something that's going to bring stability and finances to you. I love it. I love it so much. I would not count out Reiki. You could add it to your practices for mental health. But if that's not where you're at right now, that's okay. You don't have to be. This could be a future thing, or you may never pick it up. The future is never set in stone. Any good psychic's going to tell you that. But I do feel like this is a passion you have. Something that I feel like it's going to come really easy to me. Like if you start taking classes to become like a therapist or a psychologist or whatever it is that you're aiming to be, whatever the goal is. I do like working with energy flow. So, I mean, it's something to think about. You don't have to act on it, but when I feel it in my body, I'm like, yes. And that's all I can go off of is the messages I get, I got to give you. But you don't have to take them if you don't want to. But I do feel like whatever you're doing is going to be something you're just naturally good at, things you naturally understand. This just like feels like it's not going to be too much work. Yes, it's going to be study. Yes, it's going to be some stress, especially if you're going to school for this. School in itself needs to be evaluated for mental health because it's fucked up. Okay, I'll tell you that much. But I do feel like it's going to come almost second nature to you. Like it's going to be relatively easy for you to understand the brain, how it works, the emotions associated, that's the traits with this mental disorder and this mental disorder, and how your hormones are affected by your mental health, and how cycles can also infiltrate mental health. Like all of that stuff just feels like you're going to be like, yeah, no, I get this. I totally get this. I understand this. Even with Reiki, it feels like you just have an innate understanding of things. Good for me. I'm good with school. Okay, good. I'm glad. So I do think this is going to be something that's going to be really productive for you. It's something you got it. You got everything you need to succeed. Don't let your past experiences dictate your future. Okay. But Leela, I hope that helps. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for a regular. We did have 6 minutes on your timer. Oh no, I'm a smart. Oh no, she said I'm a nerd. That's what it is. That's what the emoji is the nerd emoji. I'm a nerd. That's okay. I'm a nerd, just not a school nerd. I'm a spiritual nerd though. That's for sure. Thank you. You're welcome, Leela. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for sending in your $15 donation. I really appreciate it. You so much. Next we have is Robin. She says the Robin. So you must be the Robin here. Robin, what type of reading are we doing for you, my friend? We're going to do a general for Robin. All right. Your timestamp's going to be 1 hour and 43 minutes. If you ever want to rewatch this reading, check out Thank you, Kristen, for the heart knee. Just taking some cleansing breaths for anyone who's new here. So I heard Circus by Britney Spears right away. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. I'm better at Christina, even though that probably didn't sound like I would be good at Christina. I am good at Christina. Either way, it's either not there or here, but you might feel like life's a little bit circus-like. Like everything's happening all at once. There's so many eye-catching things, like getting your attention. Like, what's going on? Can I juggle this? Can I do that? Can I hang from the high ropes? You don't hang from a high rope, you walk on it. But either way, your life might feel like there's a lot of moving parts to it, essentially. All eyes on me in the center of the ring, just like a circus. It's a good song. I love her. I was always grew up more Christina though, but Free Brittany. I'm glad she's free. Queen of Wands. Yeah, it's a $15 donation. Thank you for your question, though. The Queen of Wands is the most popular queen. She's my favorite queen. She has my cat, Salem Binks, who's a real life cat that lives in this house. He brings in luck if he comes into readings, which he is not. I don't even know where he is. But you have him right here. So when he doesn't come in, this card comes in. You have luck on your side. You have grace on your side. You have this magnetism about you. She has a magnetism about her. She's so popular. She brings a light into people's lives. She's transformative. She's unapologetic of what she's passionate about, what brings her joy. She is uniquely her. Okay, be uniquely you. Let's see what's going on. This could have to do with a relationship or a lifestyle change. Oh, when I look at the Emperor, I want to fight. I want to vomit. I get the ick. I want to like punch him. Ugh, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I don't even want to touch him. I hate him. I don't traditionally hate this card. Like the King of Cups, yeah, I hate him all day. This card, I don't normally hate, but this is somebody who made me feel like I was under their thumb or that I needed to listen to them. They had an authority over me or had some sort of pull over me. And it could be somebody that you were in a relationship with or maybe currently are, but there's a chance you might be single now. But this is feeling very much like I need to change my lifestyle up so I stop attracting these type of people into my life. This does not have to be romantic. This could be friends that are narcs. This could be a boss that's a narc. This is anyone that could have, your dad could be a narc. When I say narc, I mean narcissist because that's what I'm getting from him is narcissistic vibes and I don't like it. But this is something here that you need to change within yourself because really at the end of the day, when we love a narc, we love ourselves because the narc does nothing but mirror us back at us. That's all they're doing until they got you in their grips and then they rip off their mask and they're like, I'm really the evil guy at the end of the day. That type of shit. So just so I want you to look internally. You have Archangel Michael, who is the protection angel. You have him on your side. So trust in the protections that you do have because you rise above. You rise above because you trust your intuition. The Page of Cups is a newbie at trusting their intuition, maybe going into something creative or just like using the experience you might have had by somebody who feels like they have a hold on you in some way. And you use that in a creative way by writing a song about it, writing a story about it, putting paint to canvas, putting all your energy into your clay that you make, whatever it is that you are doing creatively. I want you to put this energy into that. But this, to me, more or less feels like your intuition sparking, boop, 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 just getting some signal. Something's not right here. And that's why you might be single here. We have the Hermit. The Hermit is a card of singleness. It's a card of internally looking within, doing the internal work, doing your shadow work, knowing like you got to deal with some of this trauma in the best ways possible. So shadow work is part of a trauma, like taking off of you and like learning about your trauma and understanding why you have it, where it came from, where it originated type of thing. Then we have the Queen of Swords. You are honest. You are transparent. You wear your heart on your sleeve and people take advantage of that. Okay. People will take advantage of that. So just know like there's nothing wrong with you. You do need to do some trauma work, right? Do that healing work, do that internal work. But you just got set up with somebody who's fucking terrible. And I'm so sorry, but you're able to rise above it. She's the highest queen in the deck. The highest queen, as long as you're honest with yourself and others about what you're looking for, what your experiences are, what you're feeling, you're going to be just fine. Trust that intuition that you have. You're going to rise above it. And if you're not single, you might be single soon. I'll be single soon. You got two songs, Robin. You got Circus and Single Soon. But I hope that made it spot on. Thank you. Needed to hear that. Very single. Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah. Stay single right now. It's not a forever thing, but stay single right now because we need to do that internal work so we stop attracting these motherfuckers. Okay. We're done. We're done with these douchebags. Put a lid on her. She's done. Gotta get that energy out. Blow it out. Let's stay single. Woo! Yes, there's nothing wrong with being single. Nothing wrong. I was single for a long time, and I am currently partnered up with my partner. It wasn't against my will. It wasn't against his will. It's just like we've been playing this game for 4 years, so we were like, I'm gonna live here. We should be together. But being single is the best. It was the best. It's not always a great time. Don't get me wrong. There's some people out there that's like, I'm over this shit. I don't want to be single anymore. But then there's other people like, oh, give me that single life. Oh, I love it. Because it like gives you another chance to be free and do whatever the fuck it is that you want and learn about yourself more. Being single, it can be some good shit, okay? Next we have is Jackson. Jackson, thank you so much for your donation. Kate was single for a good while too. I use that time to level myself up. That's what I'm talking about, Kate. Hell yeah, girl. That's what I'm talking about. I love to see it. All right, but we do have Jackson who is next, who sent in a $15 donation. Anyone else who's interested in a 5-minute reading, go ahead and submit your $15 donation. I do psychic readings, mediumship readings, and human design readings. I don't think Jackson said what their question was. I'm double checking here. Oh yeah, they said general. They're looking for a general. But let me know that you're here, Jason. Jason, I'm so sorry. I called you Jackson and your name is Jason. I'm so sorry. Whoops. You didn't, but you did at the same time because you are exactly who was calling on with the wrong name. Sorry, I just have a cousin named Jackson. And the way that your screen name came through reminded me of that, and that's where my mind went. So I apologize for that, Jason. But let's go ahead and get your general reading underway. Your timestamp is 1 hour and 52 minutes. And guys, after Jason, we don't have anyone else. Linktree link, you know where to find it. So just doing some cleansing breaths here. All right. This is for Jason. Jason. Spirit, what does Jason need to know? Spirit, what does Jason need to know? Spirit, what does Jason need to know? What's going on for Jason here? I'm hearing Boulevard of Broken Dreams. I walk a lonely road, the loneliest road that I have ever known. I'm not trying to laugh through it. I just knew I was singing bad, so it made me giggle. Which just tells me, like, I don't want you to feel alone. I don't know if that's how you're feeling right now, but it makes me feel like you're like, I have to go on this path. I have to go on it alone. But there's going to be people coming in and out of your life. So don't deny everyone that comes into your life, okay? There's some people here who are going to point you in right directions, give you the tools you need, give you the lessons you need to learn. Kristen, I got you. Thank you so much. And I think it's going to be something that's going to be really beneficial for you to, like, almost like look up metaphorically, because I don't think you're always like looking down, but like look up and see who's around and see who's like really there genuinely for you and what you like, if this person vibes with you. I'm so sorry. The Hangover, Galifianakis's character, I can't remember his name right now. But he's like, I used to be in a lone wolf pack, and now I found other wolves for my wolf pack. That's kind of what it feels like. All right. we do have the Nine of Swords. So this is the worry card. This is I can't sleep at night. You might have depression and anxiety issues. I just feel like you're better when you are with the right type of people, the people that see your value, see your worth. You may feel healthier, you may feel better, but it's very much like this energy of like, I can handle it, but I also will handle it better when I have a support system. But the Nine of Swords is the anxiety card. So let's see what's going on. You're holding yourself back from being in relationships. And when I say relationships, I'm not talking about just love. I'm talking about all relationships, okay? Relationship is a broad term. I wish I had like a little emoji or a thing that had like a rainbow that said broad term. But relationships they're a broad term. So they can mean friends, they can mean family, they can mean love relationships, coworkers. But you are holding yourself back from these relationships. Okay, they came out right next to each other. That's why I said you're holding yourself back in relationships, because you might have been burned in the past. You might have been hurt in the past. You might have been letting your emotions get your better judgment. I want you to take a moment, get in connection with yourself through meditation, let go of what these feelings are that are holding you back. Journal about them, do shadow work about them. If you need to go to therapy, we love therapy. Make sure you vet your therapist, because not every therapist is meant for you or meant to be a therapist, period. Okay. You got to vibe with them. You got to be able to open up to them. That's the thing. So just know, like, you are holding yourself back in relationships. All right. And you could be really missing out on some things here, especially because you're feeling really stuck. Thank you, Spirit, for the confirmation. Spirit makes me burp, though, for you guys who don't know. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. We can stop now. Thank you. But this is a card of saying, like, I feel chained. I feel stuck. I feel bound to my vices, my addictions, my codependencies, whatever is feeling like you got you stuck. Okay. But what's really interesting about this Capricorn card, because it is Capricorn, is that you can take off those chains, throw them aside, and walk away from what is holding you back, whatever it may be. All right. So you have the decision to make. Do you want to stay here where you're feeling stuck, a lone wolf pack, feeling like like Boulevard of Broken Dreams, right? Or do you want to make the choice to move on? Do you want to make the choice to take your power back? It's all within you to make this decision. Once your brain goes, yep, I'm going to take my power back, move towards that every day. If you need to open up a window or go outside, take your socks and shoes off and put them in grass and or dirt, and just stand there in your own power and say, I take my power back from anyone who has taken it intentionally or unintentionally. I take my power back from anyone who has taken it intentionally or unintentionally. It is your choice. You can stay here all day if you want. You can stay here and like revel in, or not revel, but like wallow in your loneliness or aloneness. Or you can stand up for yourself and say, hey, I don't need to stay here. I can choose to walk away from the devil and take my power back. Okay. So it's all within you to choose. So Jason, I hope that helps. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for submitting your $15 donation. I do hope that made sense, my love. Thank you so much for being here. All right, guys, we have Kristen next. Kristen, thank you so much for your donation. That was very insightful. Thank you. You're very welcome. I hope it helps. I'm rooting for you. You got this. You got this. All right, Kristen, thank you again for submitting your $15 donation. What type of reading are we doing for you, my darling? And guys, after Kristen, we have an opening. So if you want a reading, it's a 5-minute reading for a $15 donation. Check out the profile for further information. There's going to be a clickable click that you can click. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. All right, Kristen, let's do your general reading for you. Your timestamp is going to be 1 hour and 59 minutes. The language barrier is wild nowadays, literally. Literally. I have a giant sign. It's over there right now, and I didn't put it where it was reachable. So it is as it is. But if you guys want to see it, that's how you do it. That's the sign I'm referring to. That's how you can do the things. Just like that. Okay. All right, Spirit, this is for Kristen. Kristen. Spirit, what does Kristen need to know? Oh, I gotta fix that. Spirit, what does Kristen need to know? Guys, I was way crooked. Spirit, what does Kristen need to know? What's going on for our friend Kristen? I love this imagery so much, Kristen. It's very, very aloof. Very aloof energy. This energy reminds me of a blooper from Parks and Rec. I don't know if you guys are into Parks and Rec. I fucking love that show. It's so good. But there's a blooper with Chris Pratt, which I don't like, but I like his character and I like what he did with the character in Parks and Rec, where Amy Poehler is talking to him and he's paying attention to her, and then you just see him go, where he just stops paying attention. It is so funny. That's the imagery I have for you. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings. Make sure you're not being too aloof and that you are being present, okay? You might have ADHD. Last shuffle here, because it feels right. All right, let's check it out. Yes. Okay. We'll see what the other cards have to say, but the Ace of Pentacles being at the bottom of the deck is so good. This is about new income, new job, new you might be starting your own business, a new source of income, whether it's a side gig or a side hustle or something you're doing. Could be a big purchase item. You might be getting a house, a car, or anything else, a pull trailer, a pop-up trailer, a RV, any big purchase items. I don't think it's any of those. It feels like more like a new line of income to me. Wow. Just the two cards we have here is amazing. Girl. Mic drop. Boop. Your cards are great. Your cards are great. We have the Five of Swords. You've done the work. You've done the work to really heal yourself, to take your power back, to say, like, I know where I stand. I know who I am. I'm honest. I'm trustworthy. This is very Aquarian energy. So you're a genius, because Aquarians are geniuses and aliens and innovative. Ow! We're also chaos and rebellious. So hey, I'm an Aquarius sun, if you guys haven't guessed. But this is you literally standing up for yourself and saying, this is what I need and this is what I want. 2 out of the 4 aces out of 78 cards. This new beginning is going to be so beneficial. It's going to be so good. It's probably something that is bringing a lot of joy into your life. It's going to fill your cup. This lake was not here before this cup filled up. Okay, this cup created this lake because it is so fulfilled. It is our job, everybody, whoever's listening to me and beyond, it is our job to fill our cup. It is nobody else's responsibility. It's not our loved one's responsibility. It's not our work's responsibility. It is our responsibility, our personal responsibility to make sure that we are fulfilled. Make sure we have the right job. We have the right relationship. We have the right, whatever it may be, living situation. We have the right thing. But this is telling me that you're heading in that direction. You're heading in the direction where you're really moving forward for you, to do what you want to be doing. Like, that's really what it feels like to me here. And then we have the 9 of Wands, which is like something coming in out of the blue, and you're like, almost like that imagery of the aloofness, right? Like, she might have just been walking on her way, not paying attention, and then these 8 wands that are suspended in the air, because the 8 of Wands literally looks like this, only with 8 wands and not 5 fingers. And it just hits her, and she's like, what? So do pay attention to what's around you. Pay attention to what's being offered to you, because that looks like an offering to me. Look at that hand. So you're something you're being offered, and you're not the only thing being offered here. Hey, Rashay. But this is something that is going to put you in complete alignment. All of these wands are completely in alignment, completely parallel. Even this wand is barely touching this wand. I'm going to show you on YT. It's better there. But this is something that's going to be really, really good for you. And it's going to allow you to heal from whatever has been in the past, because now you're in alignment. Trust your intuition. Trust your body when it's speaking to you. If it feels like yeah, let's do it, go do it. If it's feeling like don't do it, right? If you're feeling any reservations of like, no, that's not for, don't do it, okay? 3 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Something to celebrate, something that puts you right at the right place at the right time, in the right position. This is called the Vantage card, the advantage, the leveling up. Like, you have the upper hand. You can take anyone who's trying to beat you down, you can take them out, because you're at the right angle. You're at the right position, at the right time, at the right place, doing the right things, and it's something to celebrate. All right. So I do want you to follow your intuition. I want you to acknowledge what's being offered to you and make sure that is what you're looking for. And if it is, you're going to be at the right place at the right time doing the right things. Okay. And I do think whatever opportunity is coming your way, it's gonna be it. So, Kristen, I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for your question and your donation. I really appreciate you so much. And guys, we don't have anyone else on the list right now. So if you don't want to wait for a reading, now's your time to get that donation in. First come, first serve. If you're interested in how to send it in, this is how you do it, just like this. Whatever this board says. You can find everything right from there to send in your donation of $15 to receive your 5-minute reading. I do psychic readings, I do mediumship readings, and I do human design readings. So if you're interested, now's the time. I hope everyone's doing well, though, on this Monday. Hopefully you're catching me. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone. Thank you, Spirit, for being here. For anyone who's new here, Spirit makes me burp, as you can hear. All right, I haven't missed anyone. Just wanted to make sure. And don't forget, guys, I also do private readings as well. So if you're interested in a private reading, you'll set up your appointment through the first link. That is my website, humandesignwithmelody.com. But we are waiting on our next one. But thank you all, guys, for hanging out here today. If you can tap the screen and like the live, that'd be rad as fuck. I'd appreciate it. Any creator on this app would appreciate it, because it is the best way to support the creators that you like. My weekend was okay. It wasn't the worst weekend I ever had by any means, but our garage door broke, so that's a new thing. If you've been keeping on with the Adventures of Melody, and my partner, our AC went out during the heat dome. His car is broken. He now needs to buy a new car, which they're in the process of doing. Our garage door broke. Our cat was pooping blood. Our other cat had intestinal issues. There's something else that happened that I just can't remember, which is probably good for my mental health. But we're getting our home together. Like, literally, like, my partner is in the middle of completing a project that he's been doing for months now. We're finally getting the flooring in. Like, he's upgrading the flooring. We've already painted the walls. We're getting my stuff up because I've moved in here technically in February, but I didn't move out of my apartment until the end of April. So I've been here officially for like 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. But I've been here actually since February. So I've been here more like 5 months with my cats, our cats. We have 4 cats. But yeah, it was good. Like, we didn't do great at bowling. We bowl in that Sunday league with my grandma. But the point of that league is just to hang out with my grandma. That's it. It's a 9-pin. It's non-sanctioned. It's a bullshit league. And all I care about is hanging out with my grandma. But I will say next week we're facing a team that's a racist fucking team. And I already called her out, already called her a racist because I heard her say her bullshit about how black people are hustling us even at bowling. Like people can't just be good at things, but the race has to come involved. Like, and don't include me as a white person with your us. No, thank you. You keep your racism to yourself. She went to shake my hand. I told her I don't shake hands with racists. And then she got a real big problem with that. And then I like, oh, I was just joking. Like it makes it better. But she wasn't joking. I heard the whole interaction. I looked at her when she said it. And then she was talking to my family because she bowled with them yesterday. Ask her if she's been pardoned recently. That is hysterical. Oh my God, Erin, that is so funny. But I guess she was talking shit about me and my grandma. But my mom wouldn't tell me what they were saying because she's like, you're going to fight them. I was like, I'm not going to fight them. I'm not going to do it. Veronica, thank you so much for being here. I got you, darling. But we are number one in that league, like me and my grandma and my partner. And they're number 2. So that's fun. All right, Veronica, I got you. Let me know what type of reading we're doing. But the team we faced, I think they beat us, so we might not be number 1 anymore. We'll see. We'll probably see tomorrow when we get the results because they had a sub on their team. And if you don't know about bowling, if you have a sub on your team, they adjust the handicap. And then so we don't really know the score we actually got. So we're going to find out on Tuesday. Tomorrow. That's tomorrow. But Veronica, we're looking for you, my darling. Let me know that you're here by saying hey, sending an emoji, not an emotion. You can send an emotion, but I meant an emoji. But yeah, so Saturday was pretty easy though. We went live for the subscribers, and then I just hung out. Sounds like a fun weekend, LOL. It sounded like a weekend. That's what it really sounded like. Purplish, where are you, my love? And then, guys, after Veronica, we don't have anyone else. So if you're interested in a reading, it's a 5-minute reading of your choice. Linktree link is available. I gotta stop saying that word. They're gonna restrict my live. I hope you're not being filtered. You might be being filtered, which is the first time that would have been happened today. Or at least to my knowledge. Hi, mediumship, please. Perfect. I do direct connections. So who are we trying to get in contact with? Go ahead and give me the relationship to you. Mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, brother, sister, etc. Boyfriend, husband, wife, girlfriend. They don't have a traditional relationship with you. Give me their first name only, nothing more, nothing less. Good old TikTok with the filtering, right? Like, there's been some filters, but I've been able to unfilter them. So I don't know what's been filtered and what hasn't been filtered. So, but thank you, Erin, for liking the live. I appreciate you. So we're just, there we go, grandparent. Okay. Are you looking for grandma or grandpa? Or just whatever grandparent wants to come through? Grandpa. Okay. Just tapping away. Oh, I'm going to get you to 10K. Thank you so much, Erin. Your timestamp's going to be 2 hours and probably 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Okay. So you have a 30-second mark, but 2 hours, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. All right, Spirit, this is for Veronica, Veronica, Veronica. Spirit, we're trying to get in contact with Veronica's grandpa, Veronica's grandpa, Veronica's grandpa. I do think like your grandpa before his passing was in the hospital. I think he might have passed in the hospital because I keep feeling my lips vibrating and I keep hearing ice chips, ice chips, ice chips. So he might have been really thirsty and really couldn't drink really well. So they might have given him ice chips. Let me know if that makes sense by saying yes, no, or I don't know. Please don't give me any other information other than yes, no, I don't know. Those are the only things I'm looking for you for a response. But I just keep hearing that. Ice chips, ice chips, ice chips. Grandpa makes me feel like he was tall, maybe around 6 foot. Lean. I get a lean grandpa here. I feel like it's natural. Like he was somebody who probably never gained a lot of weight, just naturally was skinny or lean. Sorry, not skinny. I don't think he liked the word skinny. He was lean. And just naturally who he was, it was his metabolism, just this naturally lean person. She says yes. He makes me feel like he was very active in your life. Very active. I feel like he did get to an old age. He makes me feel like 70s to 80s, but mostly 70s upon his passing. I feel like he went in the hospital for something unexpected and then stayed for a whole other reason. Like he went there for one reason and then stayed for an unexpected reason. I should verify that. Let me know if that makes sense there for him. Like maybe there's complications with some sort of, I don't think he underwent a surgery. I don't know. It feels more like he went in because he hurt himself. And then he had to stay because they found something else. Okay, yes, it does resonate. Okay, wonderful. But I feel like Grandpa was really a wild guy. He makes me feel fun and wild and like really, really love the kids, like the grandkids. I don't know how many grandkids, but I do feel like he had more than just you as grandkids. But he just makes me feel like he was really just a big kid himself, just a big ass kid. He makes me feel like your grandma was with him the whole time that he was married. Like, I don't think they got a divorce, but it's almost like something she would like roll her eyes at and be like scoff at him, like this guy, look at what he's doing. But he just makes me feel fun and carefree and just like a big kid who drank beer. That's what I just heard, a big kid who drank beer. So he might have been good with the drink. He might have liked it. He might have enjoyed himself there. I don't know if he had liver problems or not, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did have some sort of liver issue. Oh my God, yes, he was. I just feel like he loved being a grandparent. I feel like he loved being a dad, but like being a grandparent was so much easier. It's so much more carefree and fun. And I feel like that just vibed with him way more than like parenting. Because parenting was like, I had to be the heavy sometimes. I didn't like always being the heavy. He would, but he was just like, I'd rather just be the person that riles up your kids and sends them home, type of thing. I feel like he gave a lot of gifts as well because I'm seeing stuffed animals. I don't know if maybe like dogs or cat stuffed animals. Your grandpa really reminds me of my grandpa because he'd always come home with a Dalmatian for me. And I am a Dalmatian. For those of you unaware, I am a Dalmatian. Just period, point blank. I don't need to explain anymore. But that's just how he feels. Like he gave presents. He was always present. He was always there to help. He just makes me feel like he lived life fast as well. We're running out of time. Do you have any messages for our friend Veronica here? My friend, your granddaughter? He's saying, yes, live life to the fullest and don't let it pass you by. Like the best way to honor him is to live a life that makes you completely happy. And don't say that happiness is like, I'm not saying that happiness is always going to be available. That's not how life works. You have ups and downs and all around. You gotta ebb, you gotta flow. But make sure that whatever you're doing is on track with what's making you happy, what's making you live. Don't miss out on life because you might be scared or you might wonder what could happen or your anxiety might come in. Really like take life by the horns like he did, because he makes me feel like he was very like take life as it comes kind of guy. And I want you to be the same way, or he wants you to be the same way. Take life as it comes, but take it by the horns because you're in charge. You're more in charge than you think. Okay. Veronica, I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you clarity. I hope it gave you insight. I hope it gave you some sort of comfort in some way. So sorry for the loss of your grandpa, but he seemed like such a fun guy. He seems so fun. I feel like he'd even make a dad joke, be like, fun guy. Like pull up some mushroom or something. Maybe when you like if you drink mushroom coffee, you'd be like, I'm such a fun guy, type of thing. Really very unserious vibes. Very unserious. I like him. I like Grandpa. But I do hope that made sense there, my love. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for submitting your $15 donation. I really appreciate it. It did. Thank you so much. I needed it. Oh, you're so welcome. Anytime. I love my job, you guys. I love what I do. I love everything I offer. Psychic readings, mediumship readings, human design readings. I'm so glad to be of service and to do this work and to help you guys. Like, it's a dream. It's literally a dream come true. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate you guys. We are waiting on the next donation to come through, though. Kristen. Oh, you bought a psychic reading. Girl, hey. I'm going to see you Wednesday at 11. Hell yeah, girl. That's exciting. Thanks, Kristen, for getting a private reading. And you can get a private reading as well if you'd like. It's all through my website. It's the first link in the profile. You have to click on the link first to get to the first link. And then you can set up a private reading from my website. But guys, we do have an opening right now, so there is no wait. If you're interested in a reading, go ahead and get your reading in now. It's all first come, first serve. All first come, first serve. So if you're interested, that's how you do it. I have room for 5 more people. 6 more people? 5 or 6 more people, something like that. I got room for 5 or 6 more people. Hi, Lacey. Almost got you to 10K. We're at 400 shy. Let's help Aaron. Help Aaron help me get to the 10,000 mark. And you know what? I'm feeling generous today since we have a lull in the readings. Let's do a collective. If you want a collective reading, tap that screen. Let's get us up to 10,000 likes. And once we get to 10,000 likes, I'm going to do a collective reading for everyone. Should be easy peasy. We only got less than 200. Less than 100. Ooh, Spirit, thank you so much for being here. Veronica, that was for you. For anyone who's new here, Spirit makes me burp. All right, we got there. We did it. We did it. And then I got to do my Blues Clues bullhorn. Blues Clues, Blues Clues, Blues Clues. All right, guys, let's do a collective reading while we wait on the next donation to come through. $15 for a 5-minute reading of your choice. Mediumship readings, psychic readings, and human design readings. Sorry, Brain Skull. I won't be joining your co-hosting. I am a one-woman show, bro. I don't have anyone come in here with me. Hell nah. All right, Spirit, this is for the collective, the collective, the collective. Spirit, what does the collective need to know? Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What's the energy for the collective? Spirit, what is the energy for the collective? We have 222 for the timestamp on. If you need to learn sign language, I'm here to teach you some sign language. This is the letter Y, and this is the letter T. All right, Spirit, what does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? What does the collective need to know? Aaron, I did exactly. Guys, we're starting off heavy, huge, big, Happily ever after. That's what the 10 of Cups is the happily ever after card. The only rainbow in tarot. You see, this family's together. They're going with the flow. They're not trying to resist life. They're not trying to fight for something. They're just saying, okay, life, this is what you presented me. Let's see how it works out. And they go with the flow. Happily ever after. Wow. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's my favorite card in the entire deck. Guys, we got to be a leader in our own life. We got to be a leader in our own life. Some of us are manifesting some things that we need to actually say, hey, in order to achieve this manifestation, this genie in a bottle energy, your wishes, your dreams, your hopes, your manifestations, all coming to fruition, Spirit's going to say, hey, something's got to fall away. Something's got to fall away for us to get there. Something has to give, right? So the Death card is my favorite card in the entire deck of tarot. My favorite one, because it's all about letting go of what's no longer serving you, saying bye, so that you can bring in what belongs to you. That sun imagery is right here. Using your intuition to say, hey, something needs to go, and choosing you over anything else. And really what it is saying, hey, the lack of confidence that I have has got to go. The lack of faith in myself has got to go. You know, all of that, because these are two cards saying, like, you got to be confident. You have to be ready to take on what's taking on. Both of these characters are looking straight at you. And this is the collective, guys. This is for everyone. So they are looking right at you. He's transformative. We already talked about transformation, right? With the Death card, which is transformation. But then we have 3 butterflies here. And both of these characters are looking right directly at you. It's time to be selfish. The Emperor is Aries. Aries is the natural ruler of the first house of self in astrology. It is time to be selfish. It's time for you to level up. It's time for you to say, this isn't working for me, because I want my manifestation to come through, and it will come through. It will come through. You just have to recognize what cannot come with you to gain this manifestation. And you're strong enough to say, I'm choosing me. I'm choosing me every single day. I don't care if I'm having kids or if I have a spouse, if I have, a job or a job I own is the words I'm trying to work out. I'm choosing me. All right. Especially when you have children, you do have to also choose your kids. Don't get me wrong. You do. But it doesn't say that you put yourself on the back burner just because you have kids. It's still saying you need to put yourself on the front burner as well as your kids, because there's more than one front burner, right? So just know you are strong enough to say this needs to go and confront yourself, transform, be selfish, and you are able to get those manifestations off the ground and running. Hell yeah. So I do hope that made sense for the collective. Let me know how that resonated for you in the comments below. And if I don't read your comment, it means you got filtered. So let me know if you got filtered. Wow, that hit hard and perfect. I needed it. Aaron said felt good. Hell yeah, guys. I'm so glad to hear that, Lacey. And guys, we do have room for more readings. If you're interested in a reading, it's a $15 donation. Check out the link tree in the profile to get on the list. To get on the list. Sorry, I just like to be Blue from Blue's Clues. If I could be anyone, I'd be Blue from Blue's Clues. But I'd also be a Dalmatian instead of a blue dog. But I still talk like because I can do it, which is not hard for anyone. I think it's probably the easiest voiceover, maybe. Aaron, thank you so much, my love. I got you. I got Aaron. After Aaron, we don't have anyone else. Check out the Linktree link to send in your donation. I got it, darling. What type of reading are we doing? And I like that you did that like iPhone. I sent. It's going to be the newest Apple creation. As Blues could do, we can do. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with Blue's Clues. I am 36. But to be honest, I was Blue's Clues target demographic when they first came out. Okay. I'm just being dumb, guys. I'm just being silly. But I'm waiting on Aaron to let me know the top. There it is. Oh, Aaron said same. We are first generation Blue's Cluesers, okay? Okay. Be jealous. Thank you for following Tarot Magician. Oh, boomer. Guys, they were a scam account, unfortunately. Love. Okay, let's see what's going on for love with Aaron. All right. Ooh, got an itchy nose. I'm so sorry. All right. Spirit, this is for our friend Aaron. Aaron. Aaron, your timestamp is 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Spirit, again, this is for Aaron. What does Aaron need to know about love? Spirit, what does our friend Aaron need to know about love? Spirit, what does our friend Aaron need to know about love? What's going on? Ooh. All right, Aaron, I'm feeling a lot of sensation in my left arm. I've been getting a lot of left stuff anyways recently, so that's very interesting. But I feel it like here. And I don't think this has anything to do with love. I just want you to like pay attention to any like sort of strain or pain you might receive. I feel like it's going to stem from the wrist, but you could feel it down here because your ligaments are down here. Like literally, if I do this enough, my fingers, see my, like your fingers will move. It's all sorts of different things. But you got a lot of ligaments right here. So pay attention. Don't strain yourself. If you need to put your arm down for whatever reason, put your arm down. Well, I do have to go to the gym today. Go to the gym. Just be very cautious with how much you're lifting and if you're feeling any strain on your forearm, okay? But it feels more like a warning, but also like I'm feeling it here. The wrist feels like it's the problem, really, but it feels like it's extending. It's my peak week, too. Oh, no. So just be careful, okay? I'm not saying don't work out. I'm just saying listen to your body. If you start to feel like, oh shit, something feels off or amiss or something doesn't feel right when I pick something up, drop it. I don't care if the local alarm goes off. I don't even know if you go to Planet Fitness. Just drop it. Okay. It's not worth it. Okay. Not worth it. We have the Hermit. Hermit is a card of singleness. It is a card of saying that I need to do some internal work. I don't feel that way though about you when I say internal work. I feel like you've done internal work. I feel like you are like when it comes to your internal work, like everyone needs to like do tune-ups and like keep it clean and keep it clear and like make sure like do some check-ins with yourself, stuff like that. But I feel like you've healed a lot in your life. Like a lot. I feel like you've done really good work at it and making sure that you are a healthy person, mind, body, and soul. I sure have shadow work and therapy. Hell yes. That's what I'm talking about. But you might need a tune-up. Everyone needs a tune-up. We're basically a machine, essentially. We're a meat machine. So just make sure that we're not diving into old things or things like that. But this is also a card of service as well. So and I know your service is like a DJ musical type thing, which is awesome and amazing. And like, please bring the beautiful noises. But when I feel like this card, it's like I really feel like I am a light. Like because she's a light. She's a beacon of light in the darkness. That's who she is. But it also could just mean Virgo energy as well. Let's see what these other cards have to say. 222 on your timer. I like it. Very interesting. There's a new mindset coming in. Where honestly, I like the mindset you have now. I don't think you're a negative thinker. And I don't think you should be always a positive thinker, even though I'm highly positive. Like my partner is like, I love you. You're so positive. I really appreciate you, but stop. It's like, okay, sorry. Like I was being positive at bowling yesterday. when he was doing bad. I was like, oh wait, I mean, you're a piece of shit. He's like, get out of here. Like, he's just messing with me. And I was messing with him because he's not a piece of shit. He's literally the best person I've ever met in my entire life, my entire existence. He's so good to me. But the Eight of Cups is like walking away from something that you've used to see in a different way. So this could be rose-colored glasses coming off. You could be seeing somebody's real character. This could be happening in September for you, where you're seeing something that's just not really working out. But by November, like the end of November, beginning of December, things are going to get better. I really feel like by that time frame, you are going to be able to really get to your goals. Ooh, thank you, Spirit. Get to where you need to be. Archangel Raphael, which is actually my personal angel. He's the healing angel. So he is somebody here to help you balance out your spiritual and your physical. All right. And learning how to fluctuate between the both of them. But there's a lot of growth here. There's a lot of growth here. And we're never stop growing. No matter how much work we've done on ourselves, no matter how much we're doing and how much we're feeling so good, growth is the goal. Stagnancy is death. Period. We have the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Swords, a new beginning that you're so ready for, that you're so ready. So there's a new beginning in love coming in for you probably around November, December. But there's something that's going to leave in September, though, that you're going to see things really clearly about. Like, oh, that's not for me. And then you're going to grow. You're going to get better. You're going to heal a little bit from this because it's probably the little ego shock. And you're supposed to have an ego, guys. It's psychology. You have the id, the ego, and the super ego, which is how your ego is balanced is what matters, okay? But we do have the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords is a brand new beginning that is so beautiful, that is so, charged by spirit because the sword extends further than the physicality of the card. Both of these swords do. Okay, so there is spiritual guidance here from your guides that you're going to really lean into. And it just feels like you're ready for this next chapter that comes in. Okay, the next chapter in love. So there is something new in love coming. I wouldn't be surprised if it hits you in November or December. Although can't wait for the reality check. Right. That's really what it is. The tune-up is the reality check, right? Like, oh, I thought things were going great, but Spirit had to test me. Because Spirit tests everybody. It's annoying, sure, but it's necessity because you got to grow. And you got to make sure that you really learn the lessons. Like Spirit really is going to test you about those lessons. Right now, our lesson is, how can we stay calm while our entire house falls apart? Yay. And what's really interesting is that my partner's fourth house is Taurus, and his fifth house is Gemini. And Uranus literally just left on the 7th of this month. For the first time in 9 years, left the sign of Taurus and went into Gemini. House and home is the fourth house. So, of course, our house and home is falling apart because 0 degrees is a very critical degrees. The meme of this is fine, literally, except without the fire. No fire. Please, no fire. Only fire on my candles. And I trust the ancestors to not burn our house down. I really do trust you guys to not burn our house down. But yeah, it's definitely like we just gotta keep it moving. We might be in a down spot, but we're going to get an up spot. That's how it happens. That's everybody. That's everyone's experience. You can't stay down forever. If you stay down forever, there might be a chance that you're choosing that a little bit without knowing it, like subconsciously choosing it. But life works in cycles. Cycles are circles. Well, either way, cycles where we have our up cycles. Great. We're loving life. Life is great. Then we got to get down to the low cycles so that we can appreciate when we go back up to the good stuff, right? It's all cyclical. It's all cyclical. That ain't me, no, that ain't me, babe. No, that ain't me, babe. Sorry, that's what I thought about when that came out, but that ain't me no more. Right. We got to just go in stride, take it one day at a time. That's all it is. We got to go with the flow, feel what's right, feel what's wrong, and make our choices accordingly. All right, guys, I'm on for about another 20 minutes. Who wants another reading or wants a reading in general? Who hasn't gotten a reading yet? If you have gotten a reading, feel free to get another reading. Whatever you want to do, guys, I'm here for it. Sorry, Chemo, I don't go on other people's things because I'm a one-woman show. It's my job, it's my life, and I want to do it by myself. Sorry, I'm wild today. People are inviting me to go live with them, and I don't want to. Never, ever, ever do. Literally never. All right. So just doing some refreshes just in case I miss anything. I didn't miss anything. So guys, yeah, send in your $15 donation to receive a 5-minute reading here. There is no wait at this time. Oh, hi, Jen. I see you liking the live. I didn't see you sneak in. What up? Glad to see you here. But yeah, so come on in, get your reading. Again, I'm going to be on for about 20 minutes. If you want to get your reading in now, you can. If you just want to hang out and chill out with me, I welcome that as well, because it's more fun when I have people to talk to than me just repeating myself over and over and over and over. Because that's what happens when you're a one-woman show. You just say the same things over and over. And if anyone's like, Melody, how do I subscribe? This is how you do it. This sign tells you everything you need to know. Hopefully you can read it all. There we go. That's better. That's how you send it in. And what's even better for anyone who's not new here or hasn't seen my sign yet, I wrote that all backwards. Proud of myself. I did a hard thing. Because it was hard. It was very hard. Oh, that's wild. I know. And you'll see it like in not probably Fridays or Saturdays. YT, we're learning sign language. You'll see it not how you see it. It will be actually backwards because they actually have like not a mirrored thing. It's, I don't know what it's called. It's directional, flipped. I don't know, but it's all, you can see it backwards, like how I wrote it on YT. Jennifer, thank you so much, love. What type of reading are we doing for you? Doing my daily checkup. Do you want to do mediumship again, or you want to do something different? Doesn't matter to me, just asking and giving you the options. We can talk to Scott. We can talk to your bug. We can see anyone else who wants to come forward. Do the cards. She said, yes, please. So I assume that's mediumship. Do we still want to get in contact? Yep, there she goes. Do we want to get in contact with Scott, or are we into wanting to talk to somebody else? What's going on here? And we can talk to Scott over and over and over if anyone else comes in. Okay, we can see. Well, I don't do spirit led, so I would need like the relationship because I do a direct connection. That's fine as well. Okay, so we'll start with Scott and then we'll see if anyone else comes through. Is that, am I reading you right? Because I didn't see. I said, so yes. Okay, good. Okay. We got it. We are understanding what's going on now. Your timestamp is probably going to be 2 hours and 42 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay. So you got a 30-second mark. So 2 hours, 42 minutes, 30 seconds. I feel like I already have him here. Like immediately he came in. I love his energy. He's doing the same thing he did before. What? Are you kidding me? I got restricted. I got restricted. That's fun. All right, this is for Jen. Thank you, Tina, for the heart me. Spirit, what does Jen needs? No, we're getting in contact with Scott for Jen. Scott for Jen. I literally heard him say, like, I could talk to her all day long. Like, I feel like he could just literally sit here and talk with you all day if he could. He's also giving me the imagery he gave me last time as well, where he's like laying on his tummy and his knees are up or his feet are up, and he's just kind of like being very little kiddish. Almost like he's just fun and just enjoying himself, and he's okay, and he looks like he's honestly, it looks like he's doing some sort of artistic thing, whether he's coloring or drawing. But he has a pen or a marker in his hand, and it looks like he's like doing some sort of artistic thing. Tina, it's a $15 donation, darling, if you're interested in a reading. He makes me feel like he was very, like, I don't think he did art all the time, but I feel like when he drew some stuff out, like, he was really talented. Like, he makes me feel like he drew a lot of, like, blueprints, whether they were blueprints of, like, him doing housework or him doing different cars or, like, trying to figure some things out, trying to, like, navigate in there. Like, I feel like he would draw things like that. Because he's very, very mechanically savvy, as we've talked about before. I get Johnny and June vibes here. I don't know if that means anything to you, but Johnny and June is like Johnny Cash and June Carter. I would watch Walk the Line because one, it's a great fucking movie, and two, it just shows like their relationship. I don't think you guys have the same relationship, but I think it's the same type of love where it's very much like it doesn't matter what's going on, they're always going to find him. His boss name was Johnny. Very interesting. That's very interesting. My appeal was not approved, of course. There's something about like this is going to be, it's just the message I'm going to give it to you. Smelling coconut in your hair. Like, I don't know if you use coconut conditioner or coconut shampoo or both, or you just like spray like a coconut like smell on you, but it's just like smelling coconut in your hair. So I think he's just referring to like how your hair used to smell to him. It's very affectionate though. It's very affectionate to me. It's very loving. Almost like he misses being able to like smell your hair. But coconut was specific. He always smelled my hair. Oh my gosh. And he loved it. And even now he's like bringing it in. Like he's saying like how much he misses like being able to smell your hair. I feel like, again, it's coming into intimate stuff, but it feels like he does lay with you in bed still. Like he still has a spot in bed. He's still loving on you in bed. I don't know. He can't like physically cuddle you like clearly, but he feels like his presence is very there. So I never think you go to sleep alone. I think he's always there with you, sleeping by your side, being there for you, and just loving on you. Just loving on you. Especially like when you're wearing his sweater. He keeps bringing in like a coat and a sweater. I wonder if we found out that leather jacket yet. But he's always talking about a coat and a sweater with you in these readings. But if you go to sleep in any of his sweaters or fall asleep holding it, just so like that's the way that he can hold you right now. But there's a part of me that's afraid to like lose his smell in those sweaters. So I don't know how often you sleep in them. But there's a part of me that's like nervous to like lose that smell. So just balance that out. Okay. Just balance that out. Something here about like Sunday morning breakfast. Like, I don't know if you used to make a morning or go out and get breakfast every Sunday morning, but like there's something here with Sunday morning, like definitely with eggs, fried eggs, specifically bacon as well, maybe even sausage every now and again, but I think it's mostly bacon. But it's also so like a time that he's there with you as well. So if you're making yourself Sunday breakfast, no, he's also there with you. If you can like serve him up a plate still, light him a candle, I would do that. I would do that. Hopefully that made sense, Jen. I hope that made sense. I hope that gave you some clarity or comfort or some insight. Or hopefully it gave you some more comfort that you needed. my heart goes out to you always. And thank you so much for getting another reading here with me today. I really appreciate it so much. And I hope it helped. I hope it made sense. You're very welcome. Let me know if all of that made sense. If any of it didn't make sense, you can let me know that too. But hopefully it all made sense. Cross his fingers. I trust spirit. That sounded cute too. Aw. Aaron, you're so sweet. Guys, we got more spots available. If you're interested, check out the link tree in the bio. Since I'm already restricted, fuck it, I guess. Link in the bio is where you can submit your donation. I literally don't know how I got restricted this time. I've barely said link tree. I was just saying send in your $15 donation. Unless somebody else caught me saying something, or maybe my sign did it. I don't know. But they did not approve my appeal. So we restricted. We ain't on the For You page anymore. Just us here right now. While we're waiting on the next donation, I feel like I should wait 10 minutes, but I'm not going to. I'm going to go pee. I'm going to be right back. Send in your donations. Linktree link, $15 for a 5-minute reading. BRB. All right, I'm back. Let's see if I missed anything. No, that looks the same. That's the same. All right, well, if anyone else is interested in a reading, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off for about 8 minutes from me signing off anyways. But if you're interested in a reading, now's the time to get your donation in. There is no wait for your 5-minute reading. I'm really irritated with this new guideline. This has to be a new guideline. Has to be a new guideline. So weird. This primarily promotes people off the platform. Jeopardy wait theme. Do 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 do. I was watching Quarterback because I love the Lions, and Jared Goff is, one of the people they followed around for that Netflix show. It's called Quarterback, again, just for anyone who missed it. And Joe Burrow was being interviewed because they had like a Simpsons takeover. They're like, can you hum a few bars from the Simpsons theme song? He's like, I know it, but no, I can't hum any of it right now. And I'm just like, what? It's just like do 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 banana now. That's all you had to do. Or just go The Simpsons. Something. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting the page. Thank you for anyone who's gotten a reading today, who is a subscriber, who liked the live, who sent in gifts for the live, who just hung out with me today. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. You're very welcome, Erin. Anytime. My love, universe, you, my friend. Thank you so much for your love, your protection, your guidance. Thank you for bringing me here today to do this work. We're really close to hitting our manifestations. I know they're coming in because it doesn't matter the date, doesn't matter the time, doesn't matter the location. Every time I go live, I receive 20 donations. And of course, we can't forget our number one manifestation, which is the downfall and the imprisonment of Donald J. Trump, Elon Musk, J.D. Vance, and the elected officials of the Republican Party. That's what we're really looking for. And my ancestors, my guides, my angels, thank you so much for your love, your protection, your guidance. Thank you for allowing me to see you, feel you, and hear you. Thank you for bringing in the people that needed to get a reading here today or wanted a reading here today. I really appreciate you so much. I love you guys endlessly, and I'll see you tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time, like always. All right, my loves. See you on the next one. Bye.